Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by Quan, and this is the show where we're going to talk about our year-end lists for NXT and AEW. Um, how we feeling, Quan? How we feel about this year so far, or about the year now?
The year
Honestly,
so far, I would say, well, the
yeah,
year, a lot of positives, a lot of negatives, but for the most part, yeah, I survived it. That's the best I can explain it. Yeah, man. As far as from a wrestling standpoint, I think this is one of the more interesting years and kind of pivotal, kind of where the direction of wrestling is going to go in the next coming years. So I think 2023 was a very important year for wrestling, and I think our awards will reflect that.
yeah. Um, Yeah, it's been a very interesting year so far. There's been a lot of ups and downs, crazy stories from all sides, crazy moments from all sides, good, positive. Yeah, I would say this is a I would say it's a very interesting I would damn near even say good year for wrestling.
I would say so. Yeah, I think it's a good year for wrestling for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a new promotion that is out. We did there's a new promotion that was birthed this year, and I would say it's really good. WWE had a really strong year this year. With all the Vince stuff, all the the TKO group, all that sort of jazz. You could say the positives about the other sides because
Um, I,
I
I'll
don't know what
say
I don't know what's much there except like because
all in.
I don't want to
You
oh
can
yeah,
say
all
all
in,
in.
yeah.
All in was a success. I think their pay-per-views have been very strong this year. They're I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but their vision is definitely pivoting to something else. What it being kind of Chris kind of talked about this last week, but like what it is, I don't really know. I'm not even sure if they fully know yet, but they're doing it seems to be a pretty drastic
Yeah.
change.
I
So
can't hype up a vision that they don't know what it is or how to pinpoint it. Um, because to me it still seems like the same show, and like I didn't want to harp on like because there's been a lot of injuries as of late in AEW, so that's like the recent like thing that's been in my mind's eye right now. But yeah, All In is definitely a success for them, and then you know they're gonna do it again, but yeah.
they already just sold I think 40 something already.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's pretty good. Off of
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do 70. I mean, there's a long time before that happens. They might do 70 again, but
I mean, if they don't do 70 and you're a year out, then what the like why are y'all even going there?
I mean
You know?
40. I mean 40 is still a good number.
But like
It's still gonna
you
look full in the stadium.
but like
I mean,
yeah, it's gonna look full, but nigga, is it? Because
I mean
the
shit.
first show you have is a quote unquote, 81. And then you go and then you schedule it out for, you pre-planned ahead, said you're gonna do it next year, and then you got significantly less people there. I think that's bad.
I mean, it's
Um,
not ideal, but I'm still. But shoot, anything over 50,000 people at any event is, I'd say, it's successful, no matter what.
numbers would say otherwise if there's a if there's a decline. Um, but yeah, that's good for them based off shit, based off just the shit I've been hearing lately about how they do now. But nah, yeah, I if they don't, I definitely think around like probably April. But shit, I hope May, like even May, we might see like that reach like another milestone. I would probably say like 60. Um, and then maybe May or like the start of June, they might actually like hit a new record number. I think that'd be
You know
ideal
what
for
though?
them.
I think they will hit it again next year. Personally, I think they
Yeah,
will.
no.
Just because I think UK fans just love wrestling that much, where they'll go to it no matter what, and especially if they have Osprey, which probably will be main eventing that show or some kind of
Yeah.
big match in that match show. I think people will show up for Osprey. So I think they'll do it again. As far as attendance for other shows going forward in 2024, we gonna see. But
That's it. That's in God's hands. Um, but yeah, no. Yeah, it's a very interesting year. Um, I wanted to talk about I went to a wrestling show last week, the
you did.
coveted the coveted, the mysterious Sukeban show. Um, One, I would like to say, uh, it was really interesting to see a lot of my friends there, or a lot of coworkers and acquaintances there. Um,
Because it was at Art Basel, right?
yeah, it was during Basel, so I was just like,
Yeah.
aren't you doing shit? What the fuck are you here? Um, but nah, it was really cool. I left my job immediately and I went over there. Um, and it was packed. It was so the venue is Lot 11. Lot 11 is a skate park. And the skate
Mm.
park is right under an like overpass, underpass or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. A
Yeah.
bridge, yeah.
So I had all sorts of scenarios of what it might look like in my mind, but I thought, well, I felt like, I didn't know if they had like big ramps or not, but it's not. It's a very like street skating
Yeah.
sort of like thing. There's no half pipe, there's no bowls or anything like that. But it's one of our more popular, well, shit, our only really skate park that we have here. So that
Hmm.
was a really big moment. And there was another event there where just a whole bunch of skaters were there. Kareem Campbell was there.
Oh,
Um,
for real? Damn, I haven't heard that
yeah,
name in forever, bro. Kareem Campbell, jeez.
Kareem Campbell was there. There was some other skaters for Supreme. I don't remember their names. Ishod Ware, who I got to meet like days before at the
Hmm.
Diesel store. Um, but yeah, so they have like very small bleachers there because you can only go so high up on the on a with the location that you're in, like in the
Yeah.
underpass, overpass, whatever. Um, so I get there and I meet somebody that I used to work with years ago. He is a journalist. Um, we didn't talk much. I was trying to look for him after so I could like plug all the stuff that he's doing, but he's a writer for wrestling. His name is Hunter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's done interviews of like with Eddie Kingston, AEW, a lot of indie stuff.
Yeah.
Did interviews with Orange Cassidy and stuff like that. So I never thought before when we both met, we weren't into wrestling. Um, so to see him there at the show, it was nice catching up. And then he gave me a VIP pass.
Nice.
Um, so I think he knows somebody there, or like somebody that is very involved with the company. So I thought that was really cool. So shout out to Hunter. I love the presentation of the whole thing. They had like a Japanese street market sort of thing, like selling food, and that's where like merchandise and food was.
Yeah.
Um, I wish I bought more merch. Um,
Was it good merch?
oh yeah, I like the designs. I bought the tote bag, that has like all the factions on it and the promotions logo on it. Because that seemed like a all around thing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm wearing. I chose a faction, and I wish I chose differently. Um, I decided to align myself with the Cherry Bomb Girls. I thought that was a very sick name, and they have a really sick logo. So
That's all it takes.
I'm shit. I never seen any of theirs, so I was just like, let's see what we rocking with. Um,
It's American promotion, correct?
yes, it's
It is.
American promotion. It is funded and like kind of supported through fashion, high end fashion,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's how they kind of like get around. And I'll get more into that later because there's after the show there was a lot of articles coming out about like the method to the madness and then all that sorts of jazz. But I thought the show was really really good. And here you see a lot of the usual Japanese wrestling stuff like shop exchange, um we're gonna trade big boots and shit like that. Um, you get a hot you the high spot that you would like the best high spot you would probably get is like a crossbody or a missile drop kick. Like they were like they're working very minimal and getting a
Yeah.
lot out of the crowd, and I thought that was sick. Um, So these girls really didn't have to like go out there and really kill each other or do any crazy shit like that. And I always thought that was really, I thought that was really fun and that was really interesting. There were some when I
Would you?
got there.
Oh,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go
No, I was gonna
ahead.
say, would you say this promotion kind of appeals towards a hardcore wrestling fans and more of like a
No,
casual crowd,
casual shit.
like a hipster type shit? Like, oh, you heard about this underground,
I
all
wouldn't
Japanese.
I wouldn't even say hipster because hipsters aren't buying high end fashion clothes.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, but no, it completely appeals to a casual audience. In the interview that I'll talk about it now. Um, they were just like, we're not trying to follow the WWE model, like we're actually trying to be different.
Yeah.
And heavy shots at AEW.
Would you
Um,
say it's more like glow? Like if that's the best kind of comparison I could think of.
I don't think so because I don't think they're striving for a TV deal.
Okay.
Like I think like
But as far as like presentation goes, would you say it's kind of like that?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's all women. It's very like it's sort of very underground, with the venue that they were in.
Yeah.
Um,
I felt that's the aesthetic they're going for, kind of like,
yeah.
oh, if you know, you know, like a secret club or something.
Yeah, and yeah, I just thought it was really cool how they like present themselves and like it's very like fashion focused or like like fat like they're trying to appeal to like the fashion community, and I think that's really nice. I don't know if you know that online store called Sense. That's where you could get like it's like online store boutique where you could get like a whole bunch of high end fashion shit. They're doing articles and articles and articles just based off like the clothes and the costumes, makeup that was used there. They had a uh I forget who it was or like what clothing brand that they worked for, but like the makeup artists that a lot of the women that were like there, it was like some high end like legend fashion person, whatever. Um, and then on the Wall Street Journal, they kind of like because everybody was just like, "Is this a thing? Is it a thing?" Like literally like a week before, like what the fuck is this promotion and like where did it come from? Um, and then you get the Wall Street Journal that comes, the Wall Street Journal posts or article that comes out, and it's just like this is like it's funded by fashion, like this is like some designers or somebody that works in fashion, like passion project or some shit, and so that's who they're appealing to. I guess that's where they know where the money is. They're not. I guess they're not looking for a TV deal or any shit like that because it is very high. I would say it's highly or like well produced outside of like the announcer microphone never really working right. Um, but like you go there, they have like multiple streaming avenues. Like they're streaming on CEO Gaming, which I know
Hey,
Jabali,
that,
who was oh yeah, and
yeah.
AEW used to do that, and like Jabali is a big wrestling person, so they were just like, yeah, we're gonna do it on there. But like, yeah, they had like a streaming setup. They do the thing on TikTok and you know, I think it's good. I think this sort of thing falls apart if they have like a TV show, or a monthly show, you know. Um,
How often do they do shows?
so I remember their first show was in New York, like excuse me, probably like September, October, and then this is their second show. Um, that was last
Gotcha.
week in December. I believe that they announced that they're going to be in New York next month. So look out for that. If you're in a New York City area, I highly recommend checking it out. Um, Tickets are cheap. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah. Uh, the first
I'm
match
looking
there
at
was.
the
Oh, go ahead.
I'm looking at the roster page right now. They have like when you hover over the like the roster, it has like little like cartoons that like are attached to them. It's kind of fire. Actually, really
Yeah,
cool.
I think I got the sticker pack that I got is like the cartoon versions of them.
Kind of reminds me of
It's
like
fire.
Takara a little bit.
Yeah. There were some snobs at first. I don't know what they're expecting. They seem like some AEW type niggas. They're just like, oh man, I'm not really fucking with this work rate women shit, bruh. And then they fucking
Yeah,
left, and I was just like, I don't know what you niggas was expecting. Um, but whatever. Siri was there. I missed it. Because the ref microphone was a little fucked up or whatever. So all I heard was it kind of like it did that shit where it peaks, so it did the
Yeah.
type shit. So I get to really hear it. And then the person came out. I'm pretty sure we all y'all all saw the photos. What is it? Osiri in her box braids.
Yeah,
Um,
I seen it.
so when she came out, I was just like, "Who the fuck is? Get this motherfucker up out of here, man!"
The
And then she did the drop kick,
little
through
corner.
the
I mean, on the one of the, through the ropes.
yeah, and I was like, "Motherfucker, is
Yeah,
that?" And she won the match, and then the dude said it clearly, like I heard it clearly, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this motherfucker's here!" I thought that was great. Yeah, I thought that shit was really cool. Um, I got to see Bull Nakano. I thought that was really cool. Um, she is the general. She's the general manager. Uh, so I thought that was pretty sick. Um, what was
she's still
really fun?
active.
No, no,
She can't be. She got. I mean, she's only 55. She still get it. Still get
no.
it
I think
popping.
yeah, she probably could still get it popping, but I think she's like, I think she's done. Um, the funny shit that was like in Bull Nakano's like little promo or whatever is she thought that the crowd would like know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I'm looking around and I'm seeing my friends all over the place. I was like, Shawty, these people have no idea who the fuck you are. You're gonna have to introduce yourself for real.
Unless you're watching WWE in like the early 90s, you have no. They probably had no idea
Yeah.
who that was.
And I'm nobody in there. Also, a lot of baddies in there, dog. I would say the fucking ratio to men, it was like 60-40, 60 women, 40 men. Um,
Mm.
Good crowd. Um, yeah, no, it was sick. I love the championship match. I felt like the championship match. This was for the inaugural Sukiban champion, and I felt cool to be there to witness history. And then the match was great. I thought the match was really cool. These people have never seen the Eddie Guerrero spot, so when it
No,
worked,
no reaction.
no,
Oh,
when
did
it
it? They did.
worked,
Oh,
they were
okay.
pissed.
It's like, yeah.
They were sick. Oh my god. Um, Also, I thought it was really funny that people were like trying to play up being heel or face or whatever, and it was just like everybody looks too fucking cool to boo.
Yeah.
So everybody was just like, "Nah, fucking where." Everybody chose who they was fucking with. Um, some of my coworkers were there. They were talking about they did the rolling cradle shit a lot. Um, and I don't know why, but that popped that happened 2 matches in a row, and it popped the crowd every time. Um, So yeah, that shit worked out. And then yeah, man, it was a really good show. If they ever come to Miami again, or would I fly out to see it? Not really. But it was really good. If they're in your city, definitely check them out. It's fun shit.
How many
So
people were there? Would you say?
uh
With a small crowd?
uh it's not a venue,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say.
Right.
I would say like at least 160 people.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
For a skate park under the highway, which was very funny because there were some points in street racing niggas at Hellcats. Man, that shit. Um, but nah, shit was cool. Shit was cool. I loved it a lot. I took so many pictures, photos. I wish I bought more merchandise, honestly. Um,
I was trying to watch it on TikTok, but it was like right when me and Chris were recording, so I had a hard time kind of
yeah, nah.
being able to check it out. Okay,
I would have watched a Twitch stream instead.
okay. Now that I know they're on, I thought they were only on TikTok, so I didn't know they were on Twitch as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
saw on the IG
Do they
story they
have their
linked.
own Twitch, or is it on CEOs?
I I guess they just collaborated with CEO for this shit, but I because they shared a link to CEO Gaming a few days prior. So I thought they were having an event and it just linked me to CEO Gaming. I was like, okay, what the fuck? Um, but the woman that was in the Mae Young Classic, I'm forgetting her name. Or her last name was Matsumoto. I'm forgetting her name. I'm forgetting her first name. Um,
What year was she in? The first one or second one?
I think she was in the one that Beth Phoenix was commentating.
Oh, yeah, the
I said,
first one. Let's see. Is she Japanese?
yeah, Matsumoto. That's all I can remember.
I don't know who that
She
is.
wasn't there, so I thought that was weird. Um, yeah,
Okay,
well,
Hiroyo Matsumoto. I'm not familiar with her. I don't
yes,
remember her at all. And she must have been out the first round. I don't remember her at
she,
all.
yeah, I remember her for the Young Classic. I thought she was pretty cool. Um,
She works Shimmer. It looks like.
mhm,
Oh no, she defeated Rachel Evers in the first round and then lost to Tony Storm in the second round.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, it might have been Lita, not Beth Phoenix. Sorry.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Lita was the first one.
yeah, but it was really good. I really liked it a lot. Um, you want to talk about deadline, or you have anything that you would like to speak on?
Nah, we can get the deadline. Let's do it.
All right. Excuse me. I've been doing
Take
way
it.
too much talking this week just at work, so I cannot wait to shut the fuck up for the next like 2 weeks.
Me too.
All right. NXT deadline. Your overall thoughts on the show?
It was okay.
You
There
know
was
what?
nothing
I
there
feel the exact same.
there was nothing bad, but and there was I would say there were two really good matches, but I don't know, the show just didn't. It was cool. I would say it was the weakest of all the PLEs NXT had this year. I think this was the weakest one. Not saying it's bad. It was just the worst out of all of them.
And when we get to the list, I'm gonna remind you of a show that was worse. You just don't remember it.
A PLE, or
Yes,
was it
for
like
NXT.
a TV special?
No, it was TV, brother.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I thought the show was okay. I loved both of the Iron Survivor matches. Um, I liked uh, what is it? I liked Kiana James and Roxanne Perez, but I just thought like the finish was weak. And then
Yeah, I hated that finish.
I also liked Ilya Dragunov and Baron Corbin, but I was like kind of bored, and I also thought that finish was weak. So
I also think that was the worst Dragon off like big match I've
title
seen.
match. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dragon off Trick was better than Dragon off Corbin, to be honest.
Yeah, and then we're about to get the much anticipated run back. But yeah, no, I was cool with the feud. Like they kind of sold me a little bit on the go home show. Um, and then when it was match time, nah, I don't know. And we don't see. I feel like the last big dude. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say that Corbin's the odd man out here because he had a fire match with Walter. He had a really good match with like a lot of people much bigger than him. Um, I don't know. It's just Corbin who's
Yeah, I just think Corbin's style is really either you really mesh with him or you just don't. You know what I mean? I
yeah
don't like it's not even that Corbin's bad. It's just like
yeah. I don't know.
he works a really kind of I don't want to say boring style. I guess it kind of is
To,
a little
to,
boring.
to me personally, I just feel like they didn't mesh too well, and yeah, this is for sure probably one of Dragunov's like weaker matches. Um, Nothing will be worse than him and Zion Quinn, but this is probably just above that. Um, yeah. I don't know. We talked about the main event already, but Dragon Lee defeating Dominic Mysterio is nice to see Dragon Lee finally win it. Um, I'm couldn't like kind of don't care because like to me it didn't really feel like his title to win, but glad he has it or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like they were just trying to get Dominic off the show. He basically been
Yeah.
off this like he's been a non-factor on the show for a couple weeks now. So I think they're just ready to like, okay, let him stay on Raw and do his thing on Raw.
Yeah, he should
We
just
just
be
got to
doing
get
his
this
thing on
belt.
Raw.
We just got to get this belt off of him.
Does Dragon Lee does Dragon Lee do the Dominic schedule now?
Why not?
Okay. No, I was
You know what
I
I
was just
mean? Because
asking.
I mean, I'm sure he's. I mean, he does have a presence on SmackDown though, but not like how Dom had the presence on Raw. I guess. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because
And
I
he
was just
probably
like,
still at the PC as it is, so I guess it would just make sense.
because my thing is just like with the LWO, like he's kind of like he's like their front facing worker.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, are they gonna balance the two? And I'm just like, if Dominic could do it, I think Dragon Lee could do it. So
Also,
no
with
complaints there.
the lack of men's championships on SmackDown, I mean, he can really stand out on the show because Logan Paul,
Yeah,
he's
he's
part
not around.
time. Roman, we don't see him. So I mean, they can have him defend that championship on SmackDown. To be honest,
Yeah,
um,
I think him I mean have him and Santos fight for it. I think that would be something big.
yeah, you can do that.
That and that would be that'll be a good look for another NXT title just to be defended on the main roster show. Um, so yeah, I think that would be really nice. I thought the match was cool. Um, I don't know. I felt like I just didn't feel like seeing Dominic and Dragon Lee again so soon, but I understand why.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of they had to do what they
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
do as far as the injury, unfortunate timing. Yeah, I'll say it definitely wasn't as good as their match on Raw at all. A lot sloppier. Maybe they didn't have much time to practice it, obviously, because it was last minute. But
yeah,
um, it was still good. It was still cool. I think Don's 2 runs. I didn't think he really needed to lose it and get it right back so fast. I thought that was unnecessary, but um, yeah, I think he had a really good run. It really solidified him as a singles wrestler and kind of made him credible. I mean, if I look at his record this year, I think he's pretty close. I believe 50-50. He takes a lot of losses, but he gets wins too. He is 22, 23, and 1 on the year. This is as of deadline. So
yeah.
yeah.
Um, yeah, good for him. Um, we get the women's Iron Survivor. Was Blair Davenport taking the win here to face sorry,
The least interesting choice.
yeah, very much so. Actually, it was between her and Fallon Henley was being the most uninteresting choice. I
I'd be
felt
more interested in that.
Last Legend would have been a very interesting choice. Um, that would have been like the head scratcher choice right there. Um, yeah, I don't know. If I would have did predictions, I would have loved Tiffany Stratton to win it so they could like have their rematch again, and then you know
Yeah,
just do something else. I don't know. I feel like Tiffany's really like spinning her wheels right now, and then
I
that's just
agree.
that's part of the course of NXT.
Yeah, once you have your big title match, you kind of have to just chill out and just kind of
Yeah,
figure. She's in a TV feud with Fallon Henley. That seems like that's still
yeah,
ongoing. So I mean, I think that's good for Fallon to have a good sparring partner with, and
yeah.
really see if she can step up to the plate as far as 2024. It looks like they're gonna have big plans for her. All three of the rednecks. It feels like I think they're all gonna go solo and kind
They
of do
need a
their own
team
things.
name.
I think it's over. I think there were signs of it on was Saturday where what's his name? Duke
Oh,
Hudson was just upset about the
mhm.
loss. I think
Not
that's kind
Duke
of signs that
Hudson. His name is Josh
I'm
Briggs.
sorry, Josh Brown. I don't know where I got Duke Hudson from. And and then we did see that clip of what's my man's name? The other guy,
Chase.
Brooks Jensen. Brooks
Oh,
Jensen.
sorry.
Um, he had a new like testing out a gimmick in a dark match. So I think these might be the end of kind of that team, which is fine.
Damn.
I think it ran its course. If you really think
Nah.
about it,
I don't think it ran its course because I don't feel like it got used enough outside of the after the Kiana James thing.
yeah, maybe they
Um
just figure these guys are better on their own at this point.
unfortunate because I think they all work well together and on their own. Like they could still be together and on their own, but it is what it is. It's cool with me. But yeah, I thought this match was good. I don't think it is as good as the men's Iron Survivor. Sorry. Um,
It wasn't even close for me.
yeah. Uh, yeah, I thought this was good. There was a good showing from Last Legend and Kalani Jordan here. Um, even Fallon Henley to an extent. Um, Tiffany Stratton is always good, so there's no point.
No. Tiffany Stratton went crazy.
Yeah, like it kind of
that
goes without saying.
she was showing out. I think that that swanton because she does like a late rotation when she did the swanton too. So it looked even more like dangerous when she did it. That damn cartwheel into the damn. I don't know what the hell she did after that. It was like a cartwheel into like a power bomb. I don't know what the hell she did, but that
It
was
was like
fire.
a what is it? Like a bastard driver. I thought that shit was heat.
Man, it was
Um,
heat. Like a DD, I don't know, like a Death Valley or something. I don't remember what it was, but it looked fire. I've never seen that before. So I think that's what I do love about kind of those athletes that come in.
they could do
They
shit that these
oh,
non-athlete niggas can't.
that and they might have a more imaginative because like when you watch something over and over and over, you kind of have in your mind how wrestling's supposed to be. Like everybody has that where like so you don't always think out of the box, but like if you have somebody who didn't grow up watching it and they like, oh, but maybe if we do this, like their mind's thinking differently than an average wrestling fan. I don't know how tapped in Tiffany was, when she started watching,
She
but
wasn't.
she
She
was.
saw
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't. So that's what I'm
she
saying.
saw she saw ladies watching was just like,
That's
get me
why I
in
like
there.
when, yes, that's like when people get mad about like non wrestling fans writing for WWE. I'm like, sometimes you need that. You need that.
Outside perspective.
Yeah, you need outside perspective. Otherwise, it's all going to be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, how many fresh ideas do you guys think fucking Michael Hayes and and Bruce
Yeah.
Pritchard and everybody got? Like they only got so many stories they can tell.
Yeah, and that's why I think AEW just having wrestlers like only wrestlers and wrestlers being writers like it has its hindrance because you don't have that creativity from like outside of like wrestling or anybody that just knows how to tell a story. Um, you know, like a more formulaic story. Like I'm sure a lot of these wrestlers know how to tell the story in ring, but when it's like pen to paper.
But what is episodic, and you have to
Yeah,
split it up in
yeah,
time.
that as well. Um, like yeah, and I would even like not to toot my own fucking horn, but like starting this, like I was not a wrestling fan growing up. Like I watched literally everything but, and I still don't view wrestling as like my number one form of entertainment. Like I still like watching movies, I still play video games. Like wrestling is kind of like third in like shit that I like entertainment that I truly love and enjoy. It's probably number one in the most money I fucking spent on this shit. But yeah, it's just that outside like view, like, and that's the parallel between us. I'm rambling a little bit, but you've been watching
Yeah,
for you've been watching for a really long time. So, sort of stuff that comes to you is just like, that's just wrestling.
yeah,
But it's just like, okay, but like this is not the hero's journey, like this is not how it's story, like literature books, like we have ways to like tell these stories that that goes through an arc that like conveys emotion, that just it just works every time. So when it doesn't work, it fucking like it hurts my head. Like, why are we telling a story like this? Like it's insane to me.
yeah.
um
To you is like this. What is this? This doesn't make sense to me. I've been
yeah.
watching this 20 years.
So
This is just wrestling.
yeah, you just shrug it off. And it's just like,
Yeah, it's wrestling.
this is just how these dumb niggas get. um, but yeah, Tiffany Stratton's great. I honestly can't really say like much about Blair Davenport besides that she won. Like, the usual. I close my eyes. I don't remember a goddamn thing she did.
I don't either. Couldn't tell you.
I know Kalani Jordan was, doing some RVD shit. Um, Last Legend was doing some power girl shit. There was a lot of stuff going on the outside, and then you know,
Yeah,
Tiffany does the oh, go ahead.
Lash didn't do too much, but she
Yeah,
did enough to really show out her power. I like that they're kind of going with that now, the power. Because she wasn't doing that before. I feel like they're going
yeah,
from like an athlete But I think maybe they're like,
Yeah,
why don't you just be power? You're the strongest girl in the fucking company.
just yeah, just get.
Just pick these girls up and throw them.
I'm saying, just give her a sidewalk slam, man. That's all she need.
Fucking
Um,
sidewalks, man.
just power moves. Give her a Vader bomb or some shit, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
what is it? Heavy lariat or some shit or whatever. Um, but no, I this match is I honestly. Like I just don't think it is. I just don't think it is as good as the other. Like I found like I liked the match, but I
It
found this.
wasn't as good as women's last year.
Yeah, it wasn't good as the women's last year, and I don't feel like this one like it had a much weaker finish versus like the men's one. And the men's one had people on their feet and going crazy. This one I don't feel like anybody here um really had like what is it, a Kiana James like performance. Like I don't think Lash, Kalani Jordan, and Fallon Henley really showed me anymore that
Yeah.
they like, I don't really I didn't really walk out of this like impressed or like, loving them anymore. Um but yeah, so match was straight. Honestly, talking about it right now, it don't really sound like I liked it, but I thought it was straight.
Also, as far as me like liking the finish, I don't mind the part where Lash was chasing somebody to pin. I'm not that the part
Mhm.
I didn't like with the pinfall right before that, where it was just like a boot. It's like I forgot, it was like Blair just gave her a boot and the pinned her. I was like, that's like what? It
Yeah,
was
like
just
that's
really
it.
strange. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what really fucked me. As far as like Lash chasing somebody, I like that. I thought that was because it was like a scramble to like she's getting desperate, but yeah, the boot
Okay.
just I was like, what is that?
Um Shout outs to Wikipedia because they have the entry order and how all the pinfalls went. So it started with Fallon Henley, Blair Davenport, Tiffany Stratton came in, Kalani Jordan, and then Last Legend. Um, Blair Davenport um, pins Fallon Henley after Stratton does the Alabama Slam. That's what it was. It wasn't a bastard driver or anything like
Okay,
that. Then Fallon Henley pins Tiffany Stratton with the Shining Wizard. Last Legend pins Tiffany Stratton and Fallon Henley at the same time on her Roman Reigns shit. Um, and then that's when they started going stupid in the penalty box. And then what is it? Fallon is like halfway up there, and like Tiffany's about to like throw her off, but like Tiffany's acting like, "Are you ready? Are you
yeah, she's like, are
good?"
you ready?
Yeah, like you could read the lips like clear as shit. And I'm just like, just push her, dog.
She's not ready. It's too bad.
Yeah. Um, Blair Davenport pins Kalani Jordan with a double foot stomp to the back. Um, Tiffany Stratton gets a pin with the prettiest moonsault ever on Last Legend. Blair Davenport just pins Fallon Henley to get the win with a knee strike. That's it.
It was. I thought it was a boot. It was a knee strike. I
It
guess a
was a
knee
knee
strike's
strike, not
a little better
does
than a boot.
like not even her finisher or whatever. Because Wikipedia, like, it has the prettiest moonsault ever. Like, it says it. It just says knee strike for the Blair Davenport part.
It's a knee strike.
Um, yeah. So, um, what is it? The score is 3 Davenport, 1 Tiffany, 2 Lash, 0 Kalani Jordan, 1 Fallon Henley. And then after the big win, Davenport cuts a promo. Put that fucking mic down. Um,
What a talk.
and then Lyra Valkyria comes out, just holds the title up, and then Cora Jade comes, and I don't feel like the crowd really cared.
I don't think
Um,
they really were like recognize the music for one, and then two, like who cares? It's like it's Cora Jade. You know what I mean? Like what has she ever done? No
yeah, so
disrespect, but I'm just saying, like,
you know
what are you gonna do?
it's like that Wesley shit like times 10. Like you've been gone mad long.
Yeah,
Like, and but like Booker T say, bro, this is what you done for me lately, business.
it really is.
So I guess I don't know if they plan on doing a triple threat or some shit. Hope not. Or maybe
They're just giving Elira a bunch of contenders for the
yeah.
future. Because now she got Lola on her ass. She got um Cora, and now she got Well, we already know when the Blair Davenport match. That's for New Year's Evil, so
Mhm. And then
that'll be our return show.
next match, we got Carmelo Hayes defeating Lexus King in a singles match. This match stinks.
They could have kept this on TV, bro. I
Yeah,
don't think
this
it stink. It wasn't like it wasn't
no,
nothing.
this shit stunk, brother.
I didn't think it was like terrible. It was just a standard match. I had no real like. It didn't. I don't feel any kind of way about this match. Like if I wasn't looking at the spreadsheet, I would have forgot it even happened.
Mm-hmm. Nah, this match sucks. I'm sure all the people that were on the hate train are very validated. I hopefully he gets better. Um, cause this shit ass. Um,
What didn't you like about it?
I don't think Lexus King is like too good, and I don't think Carmelo Hayes is like good enough to elevate someone just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this was like a carry job by Carmelo Hayes, and he wasn't fit to like carry the burden that like Alexis King was like carrying or was. Um, and then like this doesn't well, I don't know. Maybe NXT likes like doing the who done it, but like Carmelo Hayes beats Lexus King here, and there's like sort of no development in the story besides
Well,
haha, it
no,
wasn't me.
that's development. He said, "Hey, it wasn't me." You hit the shaggy on him.
Yeah, he was like, thanks for the PLE time, dickhead. It wasn't me. Um, and then we didn't really get nothing after with the post credits. Um,
Well,
so
we
I was
did,
just
but
like,
it cut immediately. So
what was there a WWE digital exclusive that happened after that showed anything further? I didn't see anything.
probably showed on Tuesday.
Okay.
I
But
don't know when this is coming out, listeners, but we're recording this on a Monday night, so anything that happens on Dynamite or
this
uh
shit is
this
coming.
or two,
This shit
we ain't
dropping
talking
that.
about it.
This shit dropping the hour I finished editing it, bro. Um, what is it? Yeah. So I don't know. I thought the match was whatever. Honestly, like big skip. Like if I if I were to watch this pay per view back, which I don't think I really will, I would skip this like immediately. Soon as Blair Davenport grabs that mic, I'm going to
Oh
the men's
God.
Iron Survivor. um, Speaking of the men's Iron Survivor, we have the Iron Survivor, the male Iron Survivor challenge. We have Trick Williams, Dijak, Josh Briggs, Braun Breaker, and Tyler Bate. Um,
Wowee.
Good match. Liked it a lot.
Hell of a match.
Dijak and Josh Briggs starting. That was good. That was a good. That was a good thing because honestly, I don't think Josh Briggs is getting a pop when he come out. So,
Get over with.
yeah, just have him start first. Um, Thoughts on each individual competitor in the match because I feel like everybody kind of did their thing, but Tyler Bate.
Yeah, Tyler Bate. Just call him up, man.
Yeah.
I I thought maybe he was gonna win since they put him in the match. All right, like they put him in the match, so maybe he'll win since he ain't doing anything. But
yeah.
no, he didn't do anything in the match either. So just call him up. I don't understand what we're waiting on. Um, Dijak, I mean, every PLE he's on, he goes all out. I'll never deny that.
Yeah.
He did do a backflip, so I gotta penalize him. I told him stop doing that. Um, Josh Briggs worked a real aggressive style. Is he more aggressive than
Yeah.
usual, which I liked.
Determined. That nigga hungry. He said, I'm tired of
Yeah,
being what is it? What Tyrese Hilbert said, Hilberton, where he was like, I'm tired of being a loser.
kind of losing. Braun Breaker, he went all he was wilding. Braun Breaker went wild the whole match. The way when he came in, caught was it 3 in a row or was it 2? The 3 spears in a
Braun
row.
Breaker. Yeah, no, Braun Breaker got three dubs in a row.
That was
15
heat.
minutes into the match, he beat the shit out of three people. And what is it?
And then
Oh,
Trick came out. Boy,
each well, so he gets 3 pinfalls in less than 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was nuts. I couldn't even. I don't even have a way to explain it.
Like legit. Like what is it? The first pin is 15-15. The next spear is 15-24, and then the next pin is 15-34. Like this nigga was cooking.
Came out the gates with it.
Yeah, I thought that was raw.
That was fire. And then we get Trick Williams comes out. So this is my thing. Cause I saw people talking about this online. Like when I saw that it was like 5 minutes left and he had no pinfalls into the match, I was like, okay, either two things are gonna happen. Either he's gonna get 0, and he gets involved in the story somehow, or he's gonna get 4 in like a minute. And I'm happy it was the latter.
When the clock was ticking, I said, hey man, Trick, we love you over here. We are full supporters over here. We love what you do. But Dickie, if you walk out of this shit with 0 pinfalls, I'm turning into Uncle Ruckus.
Bro, I was a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, Trick, what happened? I believe was Dijak hits him with the Feast Your Eyes, and then Eddie Thorpe comes out to no reaction. To stop the thing. Just like, who is that?
Hey man. The New Japan Strong Dojo, bruh. Turn that shit into a trade school, bruh. Them niggas ain't learning shit over there.
But I feel like he had a buzz when like shit was when he was in the New Japan. I feel like I remember I would see his name a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not translating over here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, got niggas hyping him up. He come over here, he ain't doing jack shit. Hey,
not a damn thing.
Time to be a landscaper, bro. It's over with. This nigga's ass, yo.
Said it, not me. I think, yeah, I just thought that last 2 minutes of the match where Trick got all 4 pins. First of all, just to execute that, wrestling timing, sometimes it's tough, especially with a lot of guys who are, don't have a lot of experience. Well, I guess, yeah, honestly, I guess Trick and Braun were only two who didn't really have experience. I believe Josh Briggs has been wrestling for a long time.
Yes.
Dijak's been working for a long time. Tyler Bates, I mean, he's young, but he's been working damn near 10 years already. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess
that nigga's a 10-year vet at 24, bro.
This is insane. So, yeah, I guess it probably would just Braun and Trick. So, I guess, but still, even the timing of it, just having to get all those pinfalls in time right before the buzzer is impressive in itself. And just the story it told, it was very much Shawn Michaels loves retelling stories. It's not the same as the Survivor Series match where he pinned like 3 guys, but he lost at the end.
Yeah,
it was very similar to that for me, where like these miracle, like how the hell is he pulling this off? I do appreciate kind of with Trick, like all 4 pin situations were all like different. They all varied. You're like, how the hell? Like by the second one in, you're like, is he gonna do this? Like, how is he gonna do this? You know what I mean? And they give you the false hope with the I believe somebody hits him with like a kick or something. Oh, the Tyler Bate hits him with the spiral tap move, and then he reverses the pinfall for that one. And then we think he can get speared by Braun, and he catches him with the knee. Probably the best knee he's ever thrown, by the way.
My nigga, I was terrified when that nigga started picking up speed. I was scared, boy.
Yeah, man, that was just an awesome finish. The crowd was on their feet. And, like, you really made a star right there off of that performance. In my eyes, mind you, he was already the most over guy on the show.
Yeah, and then similar to last year, the men's Iron Survivor is like the one that is like pinfall heavy or like score, like niggas are running up the score. Because I have the breakdown here, and it's a lot more extensive than the women's one. 5 minutes in, Dijak hits Josh Briggs with the Feast Your Eyes. Josh Briggs comes back 2 minutes later, and then pins him with just a lariat. That's kind of crazy. Tyler Bate comes in, pins Dijak with a schoolboy, hits Trick Williams with the Tiger Driver 97. Was that the one where Trick was like he flipped it to the hands and hit the Tiger Driver?
Yeah, Braun Breaker did the Frankensteiner, and then into Tyler Bate, who did the Tyler Driver 97 for the pin.
No, that was on Dijak. I'm seeing it here. Pin after Frankensteiner from Breaker into a set out powerbomb. Yeah. Damn, so Trick just got hit with the Tiger. Niggas
just
was throwing
because.
finishes. Braun Breaker pins Briggs, Bate, and Dijak with spears. Dijak hits Trick Williams with the spinning big boot for a pin. Tyler Bate uh pins Dijak after the Frankensteiner to the set out powerbomb. Dijak pins Trick Williams after the diving moonsault. Josh Briggs pins Braun Breaker after the diving moonsault.
Oh,
Oh,
that was the
because
double. That was the double.
yeah, they did the double joint, which my nigga, stop doing that. Uh,
You know what I hate? Yeah, I've noticed in WWE a lot recently when they do those kind of like synchronized moves. You can like they'd be like screaming like 1, 2, 3, go. I like Becky does it
yeah,
really
like
loud
why,
when she does it.
like why are you coordinating with your end? Well, actually, I'm gonna let it slide here because those two niggas looked each other in the eye. It was just like, yeah, let's do this as they are ops. So I'm gonna let it slide there. But yeah, the 1, 2, 3, like that's is a little funny to
Mad
me.
loud. Quiet
Yeah.
it down over there, bro.
And then after that, after the double moonsaults, um, it's the Trick Williams show here. Double schoolboys to Briggs and Dijak, jackknife hold to oh jackknife hold. It's just a regular pin. What the fuck is wrong with Wikipedia? He pins Tyler Bate, and then he hits Braun Breaker with the knee to counter the spear for the win. He won with 4 seconds left on the clock. I'm glad that they got that right. Because I think
They got me.
it
They
would have
got
been
me jumping out
crazy
of my
to do
seat.
like yeah, I was so excited, but if it would have ended in a sudden death, I felt like that would have been cool too. But Josh Briggs would have gotten a third pin for that to happen.
Did they ever explain what happens if there's a tie in these matches?
There hasn't been one yet.
I don't know. Didn't they should explain that just in case?
I'm
Like,
I'm
what's the
sure
rule?
I'm sure
Like say
Ava
like
I'm
say two
sure
people have.
Ava or
Yeah,
Shawn
go ahead.
Michaels is gonna come out and be like, nah, sudden
Yeah,
death.
I need them to explain that. By the way, what is
Or 5 more minutes.
for sure? They get in the 5 more minutes chant. What's up with Ava? It's off. It's off topic. What are they doing? How do you like? She was just a cult 2 weeks ago. Like you can't just explain. Yeah, someone got to explain something to me why she's
Yeah.
booking matches.
I don't think they're gonna do that. So
It's just
that
gonna
shit
happen.
over
It's just
with.
gonna be what it is. I'm the Rock's kid. What do you know what I mean? What are you gonna
Yeah.
say?
Next we get Kiana James and Roxanne Perez in a steel cage match.
No, thank
Um,
you. This is the most
I
uneventful steel cage match I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't tell you a
yes.
thing that happened in this match. I couldn't.
Besides the finish, yeah, this I don't think it should have been a steel cage match for this. I feel like they probably could have went with a different stipulation.
Just go like
They
a
could have
Street Fight or something.
yeah, they could have went a like could have been the weapons wild that Roxanne is used to. It could have been falls count anywhere. I felt like falls count anywhere, and they would have like fought all around the arena. I felt like that would have did this a lot more.
It would have made more sense.
Yeah, it would have
They
did
were
a
fighting all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah. You're right. But not steel cage, big whack.
Yeah, it wasn't very interesting at all. They climbed on top and then did nothing. Just went
Yeah,
back down.
right.
All right,
And
man.
and then what is it? Steel cage match. You could win when you go to the outside, right?
I believe in this one it was no. It was
Why
you had
not
to win by pinfall.
make this
Some
bitch a
cage
hell in the
matches
cell? What the fuck?
they
Um,
wouldn't bring that big old thing in there. The Bridgeport? No.
but
They
I don't
bring
know.
that
They
big
should have
old
just made
thing.
it. They should have just made it a fall count anywhere, or yeah, for falls count anywhere, no DQ or whatever would have made this shit a lot better.
Or just had a good cage match, which they just didn't do. Just wasn't
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
You could have a cage match. It should have been good. Especially with those two
yeah,
competitors in there. I think they're both
yeah.
good workers. I don't know. Just didn't I don't know, didn't hit for me.
Weird that two people that I think like work extremely well have like zero chemistry outside of like brawling for vignettes.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't have much to say about this match, honestly.
Nor do I. Let's move on. Then we got Dragunov versus Baron Corbin, and I felt like we said enough. I feel like I said all I have to say about this. I don't think this match is particularly good. Probably one of Dragunov's worst quote unquote big matches, but I did like the story. Baron Corbin, his NXT run is weird, very weird, because I don't think he has had much bangers on NXT at all with the insane amount of really good talent here.
Yeah, I don't know. Baron Corbin's just not very interesting. He's never really been interesting. He hasn't been interesting in years, so I don't have much to really say about this match. I hope this is it. I hope there's no more. That's what I hope. Let's get the dragon off trick. See where
Yeah.
that goes. Low key, what a trick wins. That crazy?
No, I'd be fine with that. I ain't got no problem with that.
That'd be kind of wild. Also, shout out to Carmelo Hayes, who will be in the SmackDown tournament for a chance to wrestle Logan Paul
Yeah,
at
that
the
nigga
Rumble.
losing.
So he loses in the first round.
um. Okay. Yeah, no, I have nothing more to say about this match for real. So shout out to Carmelo Hayes to being on SmackDown, and then let's get to our year end list.
Oh, I do want to before we do that, I do want to give a quick shout out for the Continental Classic Blue League matches on Saturday as well. Eddie Kingston and Claudio had a really strong match, as well as Brian Danielson and Andre El Idolo also had a really good match. Like I keep saying, Blue League is whooping Gold League's ass. Unfortunately, you don't get to watch Blue League because it's on Collision and you're not watching Collision. But they're the much better matches,
Shit.
and they should be on Dynamite.
Motherfucker, I'm not watching Gold League. What is it after NXT on Tuesday? Or NXT tomorrow? I'm done watching wrestling, baby. I'll probably catch it in like short bursts on like on the TL and shit. I'm sleeping.
I'm just happy to have Wednesday nights free for next couple of weeks because I can watch Survivor. So we're on the last 2 weeks of those. You know what I mean?
Survivor a lot. You also have what is it? You also have Tuesdays off, brother.
I do. Well, I usually watch NXT Wednesday morning anyway. So
no, okay.
When I'm working.
All right. Year end list. Like we said earlier, it's been a very crazy year. We got our list together.
Next year, I gotta do the list like in real time because I forgot a lot of stuff. I was like, damn, I don't remember like half these fucking feuds that happened.
You just gonna keep doing shit.
Yeah, just moving shit around because like when I was doing like best feud for AEW, like I was like I had to like remember feuds. Same with NXT, I was just like, bro, what the hell happened this year? I couldn't even think of stuff.
Yeah, no, there's still some empty blank spots. And I checked I checked the last my results last year, and the same NXT spot is still unfilled because I still feel the same about that. But yeah, no. Okay. Let's get into it. We have several categories here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We have 18,
10.
Man.
Okay.
19.
Nigga wouldn't let me count. It wasn't sure on the number.
It's crazy, 18. It's 18. I'm looking at the thing.
Okay. 18. Okay. All right, let's start. Match of the year. Do you want to start NXT or AEW first?
I'll do NXT first. NXT, I went with Dragunov Carmelo Hayes from No Mercy. What probably my top 3 matches this year in any promotion that I watched. Top 5. I won't say top 3, maybe top 5 as far as just matches in general. But yeah, as far as NXT's best match this year, I have to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, just I think they have really great chemistry, and I'd like to see more matches with them in the future. I can see them having great matches on the main roster.
Yeah. My match of the year is different, but I do agree with you. I was also gonna go with the Ilya Dragunov match, but I decided to go with a match that I did really enjoy as well, and it's Tiffany Stratton versus Lyra Valkyria at Battleground.
Okay.
I like this match a lot. I've watched this match several times. I love Dragunov, but I can't say that I remember. I probably only watched like him and Trick Trick Williams over. The Carmelo Hayes matches I haven't gone back to, but Lyra Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton I've watched several times, just in the background or just whenever I just feel like I need to like watch something.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely the match of the year for me. My AEW pick is Phoenix versus John Moxley one.
Grow up. What was your real pick? Don't do that. What was the real pick?
That's what I got written down.
Come on, man. Let's take it seriously. For the match of the year, that was your favorite match. The guy where Nick almost got paralyzed.
We're both them niggas hurt each other. Absolutely.
All right. Well, anyway, mine was Texas Death Match Hangman Page versus John Moxley at Revolution. I like that one better than the one against Swerve on what the hell the pay per view was that? That Wrestle Dream?
It just happened, bro.
I don't remember what the hell pay per view that was. Full Gear, Full Gear. Damn, I'm that's why I got this is why I make the spreadsheets. I don't forget stuff. um, yeah, I thought it was I just thought it was a stronger match. I thought it was more. I don't want to say it was more violent. I think I just like the story a little bit more on that one. I think it's more John Moxley's wheelhouse, and I think just the feud between Moxley and Hangman was a stronger feud in my opinion than the feud with
I I
Swerve
th-
and Hangman.
I find it funny that you say that the story of John Moxley and Hangman Page was better than his story with Hangman Page and Swerve. Because here it's because it's the time where Hangman Page was just like, I don't really want to be violent, but
Yeah,
I
I'm talking about the match. I mean,
gotta.
the in ring
And
story, not the build to it. No.
oh, what the fuck was the in ring story? Just they got Magilia because
Yeah,
that's what the Swerve
it was
shit
lit.
was.
Yeah, but it was I don't know. I just liked it better. Also, fuck Swerve. So there. How about that?
All right, I'm with you on that. My honorable mention and my honorable mention for my match of the year. I could have picked anything, honestly. I could have went Roman Cody, um, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, but I went Ilya Dragunov and Trick just to keep it in the NXT wheelhouse. Even though this is the honorable mention is for shit that that usually isn't NXT or AEW related, but that's the one that I decided to go with. I felt like that was you know, this was a graduation moment for Trick Williams, and we've been rooting for him for a really long time. So to see that match happen and for it to be as good as it was, and for it to skyrocket him to a new height, for Ilya Dragunov to also just be like, yeah, he did the fucking thing. I think it is worthy for that spot.
I like that match, but I couldn't put that. There's like 20 matches I could think that I enjoyed more than that. But I picked Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte from Mania 39. I thought that would just
Night one, yeah.
I would just they went out there with something to prove. I think they're both kind of pissed they didn't get the main event that show. And to be honest with you, I thought their match was better than the main event that night. I know a lot of people have the main event from night one like is a match of the year contender altogether, but personally, I preferred this women's match. I just thought once that they did that German suplex spot and Charlotte landed on her head, it was all up from there. That's what they just went crazy.
I gotta watch that back.
Great. It was so good. I watched it back the other day. I was on the treadmill. I had to throw the
I
match on.
watched I watched Mania Night 2 back a few days ago. I was at work and it was like, one of the events where you ain't really got to do much. We just have to tell niggas where the bathroom's at.
Yeah.
And then there was way too many of us working. So at front desk, we were just all, chatting, and then I was watching it in the background and shit like that. I just had like a little background noise. They loved Bianca Oscar. I just wanted to mention that. But no, I do think that Charlotte Rhea Ripley is a really good match. I'll probably honestly, yeah, it like if there was a tag team match of the year, I would definitely put the night one main event, but I do feel as if Charlotte and Rhea Ripley was better.
Mhm.
So that's what it is. Wrestler of the year candidate. Who you got started with AEW?
AEW first. Orange
Yes.
Cassidy. I thought Orange Cassidy had the strongest body of work altogether. I don't know if
Yes.
he did not have the best match in AEW at any point, Well, I will say, as far as just average matches, I think his
Good
by
batting
far.
average.
Yeah, yeah. I believe he had the most matches this year over Moxley for the first time. He works every show, and he usually, I mean, he even had a decent match against who the hell did he wrestle like a week ago? And I was just like, why is this match even happening? I don't remember who the hell it was, but yeah, I mean, he got the most wins. He's had a really good year, a really strong year. I really turned around on him. I thought he was just okay. I went from he's saying, oh, he's cool to like, oh, this guy's good, and I look forward to watching him wrestle. You know what I mean?
Uh, yeah, no. Orange Cassidy is definitely like he will always like be my ace for in AEW. Um, like I don't think any of his matches are like too terrible, and I do agree he does like he has a really good like body of work. Like ignoring like tag matches with fucking Danhausen or Hook or whatever. Um, well, like even with that, like he has like stuff that I like actually enjoy that offsets that. So
He's good. The guy's
yeah,
good.
I'm not too mad at him. But somebody that absolutely brings me joy when he's in the ring, like I actually like, I find it fucking hilarious. Um, Roosh.
Roosh is your AEW wrestler of the year. Are you taking you seriously, Roosh?
This nigga goes out
Oh my
there
god,
and really just be beating the fuck out of niggas,
I do.
and that's not his gimmick. Like
It's not.
if Moxley went out there and was like, yeah, I'm like, you know, he's actually does what he says, you know, grind niggas bones, drink the blood, all that bullshit. Roos does that shit without saying it. You feel me? Like that's just him.
Is Moxie grind your bones like Roman suffering succotash?
Yes.
I think he's only said that once, but we constantly bring it up all the time. I think it's fucking
You
hilarious.
know,
Grind your bones.
grind your bones, drink blood, and all that bullshit. Like that's the type of timing he on, and he doesn't do it. Shit, Trey, fucking hey man, Page was
I
drinking
mean,
blood
hey,
for this nigga.
I was like, hey man, beat him to it.
Yeah, he really be, you know, he really be beating niggas asses. But I seen some of the clips from Rush's his tournament matches, and once again, I don't think he really gives a fuck about, you know, getting a shot at the title or whatever
Don't
the
care.
fuck this is. That nigga just like to fight.
Yeah,
And
he be doing a lot.
I genuinely enjoy that. He's a heavy hitter and he just goes out there and just beats niggas' asses. I would love to see him on TV a lot more.
So that's your AEW wrestler of the year, Roosh.
Yes.
All right.
Um uh for like, you know, people who would like actually be like serious contenders, you know, or like what would be like quote unquote like if I said like these are like if I said them, people would be like whatever. Like I like Danielson a lot, but I still believe that he is not on the run that people say he's on.
But the problem, you're not watching Collision, where he been hooping for the last like 3 months. This is some of the best work he's done. I won't even front. This is some of the best work he's done in the ring. Um, I won't say it's not Ring of Honor Championship level in the ring style, but it's probably second best to that. As far as in ring, I don't think as far as character goes, not even close. But as far as in ring, I would say this is one of his best runs. I will say that.
Um, I'll disagree, but yeah, he's on Collision, so I don't give a shit. You know, accidents happen, which is fine. But you know, the match with him and Okada, that was something I was really looking forward to, and that left, you know, that left so much more to desire. And at this point, honestly, with like his eye being fucking busted, um, I don't really want to watch the Wrestle Kingdom match. Um, I didn't feel as if that 1 hour match with MJF was like, I don't feel like that was really necessary. Um, so like that's not gonna be there. And then yeah, just no, I don't feel like to me personally, even you know, if he's really hooping on Rampage, he really put in a you know, I mean Collision or whatever. I don't feel like he's having like a like wrestler of the year type run. Like I
How
think
can you
there's a
say
lot
that
of
if you're not watching it?
well shit. I do the same for Athena. Shit. You having a legendary run on a show nobody watching.
Yeah, but I
Who gives
mean,
a shit?
but I mean,
Um,
Collision. At least people are. I mean, there's not a lot of people watching, but people are at least watching Collision. You know what I mean? It's not a lot, but people, as far as like compared to Ring of Honor, where nobody's watching the Ring of Honor, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna
uh,
discredit what Brian done this
well,
year like that.
also he's on Collision a lot after his injury, which happened in June or whatever. He was still on AEW Dynamite for a lot of the top of that year. Like he wasn't like Collision guy all year.
No, but
Like
that's
he
the
was
thing.
still on Dynamite.
I would. His best run has been since June.
Okay, no. Um
Yeah, he been hoop. Yo, bro, he's been hooping, dog. Like,
I'm not
when I'm going through like the spreadsheet and the match, I'm like, yo, he's got a strong case, man. Off that second half of the year.
off the second half of the year.
I mean, I gave Wesley first half of the year. I said he had a strong case. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Um nah. I feel like there's a lot of people that have been, nice since January till now. No days off. So no, I'm
You
not gonna
think
really give
so?
it to
You think
him.
Roosh had a better year than Brian Daniels?
I'm not saying that. I say I enjoy.
Cyrus.
I say I enjoy
Okay.
watching Roosh more than Brian Danielson.
Okay, but we're talking about wrestler of the year because I enjoy watching a lot of guys in the AEW, but like
Then pick.
I
Then on your list, pick who the fuck you enjoy.
all right, go ahead. I'm just saying. Let's be real with Rouge. Come on, man. All right, what are we doing?
uh, honorable mention: Cody Rhodes.
I went Gunther.
Oh, that's good too.
I mean, look, I mean, the resume speaks for itself.
Yeah. And then with Cody, he's just been going nuts as a tag and singles guy. Um, incredible war game stuff, incredible match at Mania. The Brock stuff was really fantastic to me. Um, yeah, it's just all just good shit all around. Like I don't know, do I really have to explain myself why I say Cody Rhodes? Like
No,
he
I
been
think
at
we
he
get it. He's the
yeah
top baby
he
face in the company. He had a
yeah he been
great main event.
yeah he been that nigga all year. Um, Tag team of the year NXT. I had to modify my answer since the person that I would pick went up to the main roster. The family. I think
I
that
almost
him
picked
and
them.
Stacks, yeah, I think him and Tony D'Angelo and Stacks, they work really well together. Even with that like fatal 4-way tag match that they had, I Tony D'Angelo showed me something there, and I thought it was really good.
As far as NXT goes, I think this was a really weak year for tag team wrestling in NXT.
Yes,
I
I
don't think
agree as
any
well.
like the tag team really did anything impressive for me, at least.
Also, they still
So
don't have names.
a lot of them don't have names. So I went with the team that I was probably most invested in and kind of really enjoyed every time they were on TV. So I went with Chase U. They were my tag team of the year. Just off they had like three different storylines that were like kind of a big deal this year. So I just really enjoy when they're on TV. I like to see what's happening next. Every week is something different. So I'm going with Chase U for tag team of the year in NXT.
Okay, no, that's good. That's a great pick. I think those two great picks, honestly. The family and
I
Chase
almost
U.
went with the family though. But I can't
Yeah.
like it could have been Creeds, but I just feel like they
They were
didn't.
gone for so long.
Yeah, they were gone, and when they were around, they weren't really doing much for a long time. So not
Yeah.
they were just kind of
Um,
around.
yeah. Um, AEW, I felt like this hasn't been their strongest tag year either,
Yeah,
honestly.
I had a hard time with this one actually.
And I if you want to say like for these next two, if you wanted to say, are you taking this seriously? I would say absolutely not. I just went with FTR.
I also went with FTR. I thought
Because realistically, who the fuck else is there?
so I'm gonna say my honorable mention now. I put the Acclaim because for the first half of the year, the Acclaim was doing great,
Yeah,
and then they
right.
got and then they got fucking nerfed to death. But they were doing really good, and they were really over. They were insanely over. If you go look back in like May, how over the fucking the Acclaim was, and compared to where they're at now, with it, they don't even be on the
Hmm?
show. I don't remember last time they've been on TV. Actually,
Yeah.
now that I think about it.
MJF stuff, which is just like whatever.
Oh yeah, they got taken
Um,
out by MJF. That's right. That was like 2 weeks
no,
ago.
no,
But
they
yeah,
got
just
taken
like
out by the devil.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, FTR they did have that really good match with Bullet Club Gold that went like 50 minutes. That was it. I mean, it was long as shit, but it was good. I'll say that much. They had another
uh,
couple other really good matches as well. Also just less singles Dax stuff, which is always nice. They mostly teamed all year compared to like last year where there was like a lot of Dax singles matches. This year, for the most part, they were just teaming together. So yeah, I gave FTR as my AEW tag team.
okay. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I want to pick somebody else, but yeah, no, the Acclaim's like peak was way too short for me. Like I feel like they could have really ride that shit out. Um and then with FTR, like just what I remember, they had some good matches. I didn't think their Wembley match was all too great, but yeah, they had some decent shit before they were like Collision exclusives.
That collision tag they had though was really good. It was
Mhm.
very long, but it was good. I will give them that.
Yeah.
That kind of put it over the edge for me because they had that really strong match.
And honestly, like I'll say really candidly here, like I kind of hate that all the good shit is on Collision.
Nigga, just watch Collision, bro. Let's throw it on.
No, I'd rather do anything else on my Saturday, Sunday, or like the Monday after that. Um, yeah, no, I'm not watching it. My honorable mention, because I think they're having quite a run on the main roster, but I was gonna say Creeds, but I want to change it right now. Um, I want to give
Well,
it
I'll say,
to
oh, go ahead.
okay. I want to give it to Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Would it be crazy to give him like two awards? Cody two Rhodes.
Yeah, because they were together for like a month.
That shit was heat for the month it was. Shit,
I went.
I can't give it to KO and Sammy.
I mean, you could. I mean, they may have been at WrestleMania. You could give it to him. But I actually went with Judgment Day.
You know what? Actually,
I kind of cheated. I kind of cheated on this one because it's a stable. But I went Judgment Day.
Judgment
I
Day is
think
actually a better pick. Actually,
they were integral. I mean, they've pretty much been the main characters of Raw for the last shit the whole year, pretty much.
oh
For the most part.
no,
Yeah. I mean,
no. I kind of want to give it to Alpha Academy.
they had a good year too.
I
They had
know
a
they
really
didn't.
strong year too.
I know they didn't really win anything, and I
And didn't
know
win anything ever.
yeah, and I know a lot of like Chad Gable's like a lot of his like shit has been like as a singles guy, but just I Alpha Academy on my TV makes me happy, bro.
It's fun. It's a fun little group they got over there.
It makes me happy, bro.
Also, Otis has had a hell of a year. Low key,
Well,
sneaky low
like
key. This
what
has
the
been a
fuck?
really he got really good out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's like really fucking nice. Um, yeah, he's nice as shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go Alpha Academy.
Not mad at it.
Changed it twice in the last minute.
Twice.
Yeah, I'm going Alpha Academy. Um, Female wrestler of the year is your go. Who would you pick?
NXT.
Either one that you would like to say.
I'll go NXT first. Tiffany Stratton. I think it's obvious. I mean, she had a
Okay.
breakout year. What can you say? I mean, she's
Yeah.
got it. She's got it all. I
Yeah.
don't have any.
I I want to say Lyra, but after that, because I made this before the Xia Li match happened. I kind of want to take points off that alone.
Just give it to Tiffany, man. She had the best year by far.
Because I don't think Tiffany has had a match as bad as that.
No.
So yeah, I'm also going to give it to Tiffany Stratton. AEW.
I had a rough time with this one, and not because I think a lot of them are bad. I just think none of them really stuck out.
Done anything?
Yeah, nobody really stuck out. I mean, I was gonna say Julia, but she gonna be just for something else. So I kind of just went with Tony Storm almost solely
Off default.
Yeah, off default, just because like she's the only one to really look like an interesting character, and I mean, she's the current champion. I didn't really know else who to pick. And it's not like anybody was really bad. It was just like y'all ain't do shit.
No, 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 no. Other people are bad because your other choices are Ruby Soho,
No,
Soraya.
Ruby So would never even been brought up. She's like 10th on the depth chart of women on that show.
Yeah. I don't. And then I'm gonna
Willow. I
actually.
mean, they got girls. They got Willow.
No, hold on. I'm gonna actually separate the rest of these people. But it's just like Willow, who's been losing all year, or like losing every big match this year. You have Sky
Sky
Blue,
Blue.
who I
The
feel
workhorse.
like is. I feel like she's just getting like
Started. Yeah, she's just getting
yeah.
started. But she
Same
worked the
same
most
with
matches of the women.
yeah, and then same with Julia, but like they made her a champion as like the car is just like, they just put the key in the fucking ignition and they gave her the
Yeah.
championship.
That's where I was at with it. Like a lot of these girls, like they just
Um
now getting started.
Hikaru Shida has been transitional all year.
Yeah, they only show up when they need her to
And
lose something real quick.
same as what is it? Ruby Soho. I'm not putting Amy Sakura on my list. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I'm not putting her on there.
Shit, Amy
Not,
Sakura
not
might have more matches than Ruby Soho at this point. She
even...
don't really be wrestling, and she don't be doing shit. She wrestled last week, but still. Yeah, and then there's like Marina Shafir. I think she's improved, honestly. But yeah, she ain't doing shit. I'm just kind of going through the spreadsheet.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about AEW? They got girls too that can work. They really do.
Yeah. They
They just
put
don't be on TV.
They put one that could work a few weeks ago, and I was just like, this match is really fucking good.
What match was that? That was
Red Velvet versus Sky Blue.
yeah, she's already back off TV. I'm like, bro,
I
she's
thought
cooking.
I thought that match was really fucking good.
Yeah, I don't think she's been on TV since.
She wrestled Julia Hart like I think like a few weeks later and losing effort. But I also thought that match was okay.
Yeah, I like Red Velvet a lot actually.
Yeah.
I liked her before she got hurt. I thought she was doing good.
Guys, y'all know I wasn't a big fan, but when she came back and then she had that match with Sky Blue, that's what I was just like, okay, she really fucking improved on like the time off that she had.
But she was hooping before that. That's what I was trying to say. Like she was already kind of like one of the better workers as far as the women went. I'll tell you what, I want on my wish list for next year. I want I feel like he's starting to do it a little bit. He's been featuring Abaddon a little bit more, which I like. Might as well put them on the damn TV. You got them signed for who knows how long. They put Trish Adora on TV recently. I want to see them put some new girls on TV. I like what they're doing. I feel like there was an effort at the end of the year to really get Sky and Willow and Julia and all them kind of on TV more often than I'll give Tony Khan credit when it's due sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought that was good that he's putting effort into more different women.
Yeah, and then what is it? We are getting like a lot of women on the show, but like they're all kind of like getting squeezed into one segment or like one moment.
Yeah, we know how that goes. They're only getting 20 minutes TV time.
Yeah, I know, but like it's a better it's a little effort, I guess. But it is what it is.
Also, a lot of the girls I brought up, they're usually on Collision. So once again, you don't see them. I see a lot more Willow and Julia than you do.
Yeah. But what I really want to see is Red Velvet, and that shit ain't on nothing as a show.
Yeah, any show. Ring of Honor.
Oh no.
Tap in.
Honorable mention.
I went Becky Lynch. I thought Becky Lynch second half of her year was fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good pick. Io Sky for me.
Really strong year.
Really strong year. Loved her. Loved the match. Yes, the backlash match.
Amazing.
Fucking fantastic. Loved it. It's really fucking good. You would think she Puerto Rican, bro.
I gotta ask the Puerto Rican people what they loved about Io Sky so much, because they was like,
I feel like Stardom had a show or some shit in Puerto Rico at some point, bro. Hold on.
Like it was insane. Like you like dead ass. You would have thought she's Puerto Rican. She must have worked Puerto Rico at some point, like for an extended time. She must have, because they were like her and Rhea. Rhea, I get because that's Rhea, but like I don't
Yeah.
understand because it wasn't even like Io was still kind of like I'm not gonna say new because she's been on the main roster for a minute, but it felt like she still wasn't really like she didn't stand out yet. Like that was kind of her coming out on the main roster, but she was just over, bro. It was insane. I'll never
Mhm.
understand that, but it was cool.
Okay.
Definitely cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I Googled Stardom Wrestling Puerto Rico, and then this is 2 years ago, but it's a Reddit thread that says Puerto Rican wrestlers are banned from working in Japan. What
Oh
did y'all
shit.
niggas do?
the whole island. So y'all niggas can't come here.
What did you niggas do?
Bro, what did Carlos
Um
Colon do? I know it's Carlos Colon's fault. He did some shit. Sneaky ass nigga. No, he did
um
something.
feud of the year. Um I went Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes. Um, I
As
really
did I.
liked that feud. I really liked that feud a lot, and yeah, I felt like the matches that those two had were fucking heat. So
I'm right there with you. I thought they all the matches they had were great. Just really good chemistry. Like I said, for the No Mercy match of the year, I just thought, yeah, these guys got it. I hope they do it again soon.
mm-hmm. um for AEW,
I went Danielson MJF. I just like the matches. I thought they had they were a lot of people gave them like match of the year stuff. I didn't think it was match of the year level, but I did think they were two really good matches, the Iron Man and the other match they had on Dynamite. Or was one of them. I don't know if a Dynamite or a special or something, but I thought those two matches they had were really strong. I kind of wish Danielson would have won one of them, but it is what it is at this point with Danielson. I don't think he's winning the championship. But yeah, I thought they were really good.
yeah.
They were really good coming out matches for MJF. Is kind of like, okay, you're working main event baby. I'm not, excuse me, main event heel style and long kind of style match. And I thought they were good. So I'm gonna go with that feud.
Okay, no problem. And then honorable mention.
Did you say yours?
My honorable mention would
No,
be
your AEW feud of the year.
uh um so my honorable mention for
Oh
feud of the
god.
year would be I mean it's just like I don't like any of the MJF shit, and then it was just like what other feuds are there?
I mean, yeah, Hangman Swerve.
You know I'm not putting that on. You
You
know I
got
thought that,
Bullet.
yeah.
You got Bullet Club Gold versus FTR. You got
Was that a feud?
yeah, they had a little feud. Punk versus Samoa Joe.
No, that I felt like the match was like okay, but
The
I
match was
did
great.
they have a
That
feud?
was kind of a feud, a little mini feud. Yeah, they were kind of beefing for a little bit
Because
in the
I
early 2000s.
like when Puck was there, like I'm pretty sure I watched like the first 3 episodes of Collision, and I
That's
don't
all.
like
That's all he was there for. And it was mostly about
yeah.
Samoa Joe. No, it was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Um yeah, no. Since I think a lot of the storytelling is flawed in AEW, I just don't think there was any feud that I could really like go back and gravitate towards. Um maybe you know, something I really liked, even though I thought the idea of it was like pretty dumb. Um I liked the Acclaim and the House of Black. That
It was fun.
story about like kind of riding pause already riding Billy Gunn off to the sunset, or like Billy Gunn really thinking about just like hanging it up, and they were just like, nah man, we're gonna get you back in and we're gonna get you these belts. Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
oh yeah.
I felt like I feel like the Acclaim should have just been winning those trios titles because they're the fucking Acclaim, not because our friend needs the thing. But I guess they're baby faces and it's AEW, so friendship matters. Um,
It doesn't matter.
yeah, I'm gonna go with that then. I'll go with that. At the time of making it, I couldn't. At the time of making this and waiting for you to come into the call, I could not think of a feud like too deep. But yeah, I'll put that. I'll put the Acclaim House of Black.
All right. As
Um,
far as honorable mention goes, I think
yeah,
it's without saying with Bloodline Saga, all of it. I mean, there's too many moments in this year
yeah.
to say anything other. I mean, Raw 30 or whatever the fuck it was, Raw, whatever the hell it was, where they had the tribal court. Then they
Mm-hmm.
had that was insane. Then they had Royal Rumble, the end of Royal Rumble this year. That was probably one of the loudest pops I ever heard in my life. We get to Mania. They have the tag team title match for the main event, and they do Roman Cody at Mania. All that stuff intertwined. You had Money in the Bank where they had a tag team match where Roman gets pinned for the first time in years by Jey Uso. Then you have Tribal Combat, which we ain't gonna talk about because that match was fucking terrible. But everything else, Jay turning on the bloodline, and he said, "Well, I'm into with the super kick," which I think I watched like 50 times the next day. I just kept watching it over and over because just the reaction that crowd got. Yeah, man, I just think, man, a hell of a year for Bloodline. Everybody is in a better position now. Jey Uso, I mean, look where Jey Uso's at now. He's
Yeah.
arguably a world heavyweight. He's a world champion contender now. Like they really did it. I didn't think I spoke on this on the end of the year stuff, which will be on YouTube and soon, I believe. And it was just like, bro, when main event Jey Uso first started, we fucking hated it.
That nigga was not a main
I
eventer,
was
bruh.
I was like, get this guy off my fucking TV every week. I don't want to see this guy in the main event anymore. And now I'm like excited to hear his music and the crowd going insane for him. He gets one of the biggest pops of the year
Hey,
of the night. I mean, like
Roman might be one of the devious niggas on TV, but he helped the fuck out of his family, bruh.
he put his family on, boy.
Yeah, he put
Everybody.
his niggas on, bro.
Bro, he got Solo destroying John Cena. Who when we saw Solo Sokoa a year ago in NXT talking about this guy's all right.
My
He
family
cool
left me behind. Look at him with his family, lifting him
with his
up.
family, beating John Cena to death. We ain't seen John Cena since.
That's fucking crazy,
Might
bro.
never see John Cena again.
Um, yeah, no, yeah, just bloodline stuff in general was good. It got a million people over, got a million people hated. Really carried TV for a really long time. So yeah, man, just Cody
With
Rhodes
all that,
and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, all that stuff.
with all
Hold the shit
sorry.
down.
With all that being said, end that shit in April, bro. I don't know. Get that damn belt off of Roman. I love Roman, one of my favorite wrestlers, but get that belt off him, man. If he ain't gonna be around like this, I understand. Like, you missing Survivor Series, dog. Come on, man. You gotta at least show up for the big four. At least.
That nigga
At
says
minimum.
who?
At minimum, you gotta show up for the big four at least.
Says who, nigga? Um, hey,
I
who,
forgot
who,
Sammy versus Roman at Elimination Chamber too. Dog, there were so
yeah.
many fucking moments. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
uh, who, who Roman got to beat to be the best nigga of all time?
What?
Bruno Sammartino.
He ain't beat. There's no way he's beating bro. He had that belt for like 8 years, bro.
It's his turn.
He's not holding that shit for no 8 years.
It's his time.
It's not, man. Roman won't even wrestle in 8 years.
Yeah, he's probably done too.
Bro, I think after WrestleMania, he might be super part time. You think he's part time
Like
now? We might see him twice a year.
even with combined reigns,
Still
is
not
he
close
at the
to fucking
top?
Bruno. No, because Bruno had a shift like 8,000 days, bro. She was
Oh, my fault. I definitely think with the combined reigns, I feel like maybe he'll beat him in that department.
I don't think so. Let me go check.
I'm pretty sure it's like 400 or 4,000, not 8,000.
Bro, he had that belt for a long time. It might be 4,000.
Yeah.
Still, it's still mad time.
He was doing that shit in the era where literally gas station attendants were wrestling, bro, and you worked 1 day a year.
Bruno had it for 4,040 days combined. Roman's only had it for
It's been like 1,000 and some change.
yeah,
Like
he nowhere near that.
soon.
He got a lot.
All right, next we got cringeworthy moment of the year. I can't wait to hear yours. I didn't look at. I already had it mapped out already. So I'm very curious to see
I'll go.
hear what was yours.
I'll go AEW first. Tony Khan breakdown on Twitter after he lost
I
the
got the
head-to-head
same
with
one.
bro.
That nigga brought his sick mama into it, bro.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was if we had a disgusting promotional tactic, I would go with that. When I went about bite Melter style, but yeah, man, I don't. That was just, yeah. He's acting like a baby because he lost, and you're trying to. Well, first of all, he's acting like a baby going into it, talking all that shit just to get stomped out. And then, after the fact, want to cry like a baby about this and that, yada yada. I want to play victim, even though you was talking shit. You know what I mean?
Forever and
That and
always.
that him fearing for his life when CM Punk beat up Jungle Boy.
Yeah. And then also he breaks down about NXT beating him that night, but not NXT beating them the week prior.
They sure did.
So I was very confused on what that all that jazz was about. But nah, very, very, very funny Twitter rant. But
NXT, I don't remember. I know for a fact there was cringe-worthy moments in NXT because it won damn near every week. But I couldn't think of anything like off the top of my head that was like, man, that was really bad.
I don't think like man is really bad. I was just like, I just cringe, shit corny. Um, my pick is that vignette. Well, OTM shooting dice.
Oh no, that was bad. that was just bad.
Um, that shit was silly, dog. Because you got all these niggas in black, and then you got Reggie in these fucking bright ass, colorful fits, bruh.
You know what the problem with Reggie is?
He a real gangster, but they not letting him.
But this is the thing. We've seen this man be a sommelier, an acrobat doing flippity flips, and not like his TV character progressed into a gangster. It was just like, hey, I'm a gangster, fuck all that other shit I was doing. As opposed to like a Dom Mysterio, where we watched it in real time happen for him being a little goody two shoes, his father's son, to being with Rhea and being a convict, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see that with Reggie. We just saw he was this 1 week, and the next week, all of a sudden, we're supposed to fear this nigga, and he's
first he's a sommelier. Then he turns into a goddamn Batman villain. And then as stops, he was just like, man, fuck all the bullshit. I'm gonna be the real me. And it was just like, is this the real you?
Yeah, like you want me to believe? Like the fact that we know personally that he was about that, but like for somebody else, it's like, yo, I would just watch this guy doing fucking front flips with Carmella,
getting beat up by women.
Yeah,
and then
now you're supposed to be
wear that silly mask. Oh, I gotta see. Do you remember that vignette where he was standing on top of the building like a fucking gargoyle?
No.
Oh my god.
That sounds hilarious.
That shit was too funny, bro. I'm gonna find it after this, and I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think.
As far as, huh? Oh, okay, you sent it to me. As far as honorable mention, I didn't really have one for guilty pleasure. I had a hard time really thinking of them.
No, this is cringeworthy moment.
You think of Batman? What the hell?
Dog, this shit look like MK mythology, bro.
That's pretty funny. The text makes it even worse.
Is that really his handwriting, bro?
No, it looked like a type font because the R's all look the same, like exactly the same.
Yeah. My cringeworthy moment of the year is the people reacting to CM Punk returning. More
return. There's two.
The Survivor Series return. We just got mad. Like the mad niggas is being like, oh, just he WWE. He's gonna show WWE who the real him is. Yada yada, this and that. And it's just like the real him is a nigga that focuses on making money.
Nah, let's keep it a stack with Punk. I'm tired of this narrative. We know who the real Punk is. He's a grouchy old man. He's been that way for as
Yes.
long as I've been watching him. He's grouchy and cranky all the time. So I do understand people coming from like, hey, we have prior history of this guy being a dickhead, and it's a strong possibility he'll be a dickhead again. Will he be beating people up backstage? No, that's not going to happen in
But
WWE.
being a dickhead,
But
yeah.
he's going to be a dickhead, and people are not going to like him, and he's probably going to complain online at some point. Like I think all those things are very possibly going to happen. That's just who he is.
Yeah.
So I get it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like niggas switched up as soon as he went back to WWE after he said he
Yeah.
wouldn't and talked all that shit.
There was a because there was so much hype for his return after he already showed like the person he was. But now that he's with the WWE, we could be honest about the type of man he that like, or
I would say
he
I've
kind
always been
of
honest about Slip. Yeah,
yeah,
he
and
acting
then
like a little bitch.
and
You
then
do.
to me, I didn't really watch his ROH run. I seen like, I had like best of DVDs and shit like that. And I see all the stuff like that. And you know, there's truth behind a little thing. Um, what is it? The promo after he does all his like baby face shit, he I believe this is like the time where he was like with Ricky Steamboat and shit like that. And then he beats up Austin Aries, and that nigga says, "Thank you. Thank you for being so dumb." And then turned on niggas. And I felt like that's always who he really was. Like, niggas a snake. He about his paper.
Yeah. Plus, you're playing a character. You know
Yeah,
what the
but like
problem? You know what the problem is?
niggas at AEW ain't want to make no money. He wasn't fucking with that broke boy shit.
I agree. You know what the problem is? I think people took his voice of the voiceless gimmick so seriously. They think that's genuinely him, which I'm sure there's
Yeah.
truth. The parts of it that is him.
Well,
But like,
he speaks his truth,
yeah, but
but I
like,
don't think he's these niggas' voices because these niggas not getting no money.
or just in general. So I think if you just look at Punk's whole career, not looking at all the other gimmicks he's run, and you think like the voice of thing is like actually him. I mean, then yeah, you're gonna be in your feelings about it, but you're being a mark as the
Uh,
incident.
um, I had a different thing there at first, but I just think like it's been 2 weeks and niggas are still just trying to like get any possible joke off about like Punk being, a stooge or a company man or whatever shit, all that sort of jazz. As they say nothing about Tony. What is it? They don't say nothing about Bryan Danielson literally being one of them niggas. Um. So no, I just think it's just like if you hate the nigga, stop watching him because these niggas they say they not watching him in WWE, they not watching WWE, but every segment that he has, they know. And they have the comments about it.
Shout out to Trevor Dame on Twitter. I don't know what exactly he is, but like I think he's a writer for Observer. I don't know who he is, but that boy has been talking about Punk for the last 2 weeks. Every tweet is just about Punk. He's so upset.
That boy a hurt ex, bro.
He really is. We gotta start getting zooming through some of these, bro.
Okay, no problem.
What are we doing? Guilty pleasure of the year?
Guilty pleasure of the year, JC Jane, Thea Hale.
They're fun. I'm not mad at that one at all. They're very fun.
It should just be Chase U, but it's them.
You could just say Chase U all together. It's guilty pleasure. I wanted to go since I already put Chase U as tag team of the year. I didn't put them as guilty pleasure. I put Metaphor. I love Metaphor. I love their goofy outfits. They're just fun. I just think they're really fun. I don't know about.
Oh, go ahead.
No, they're just fun. They're just fun. The way they interact is funny. I think Noam Dar is a goofy guy anyway, and he's funny. Yeah. So
all right, yeah,
I enjoy it.
I'm rocking with it.
It's an interesting dynamic. It's like two girls, two guys, and like one of them's white, and the rest of everybody else is black. And it's I think it's just fun. Something different.
So some undercover brother type shit.
Yeah, because he cool with niggas. I fuck with Noam Dar.
Not really a guilty pleasure because I would say it proudly, but I do enjoy Orange Cassidy's work, except his tag team work.
Oh, for my AEW guilty pleasure, I went on Christian Cage. And honestly, I wouldn't need a guilty pleasure. I'm also very open about how much I like Christian Cage. I think Christian Cage. You know what? I'll put Roddy there, low key. Roddy grew on me. Roddy
You
grew
you
on me. I
you,
was
you love the Adam.
what did he do on Collision today last week? It was so funny. Oh, it was somebody's name, but it was two words, and we were like screaming the first word, and then he wouldn't. He said the other words second. It was just really funny. It's like normal. No, I really liked it. I wish he just wrestled more. I love Roddy's like stuff though. I think it's hilarious. The Kingdom I'm good on, but like Roddy, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I could honestly do without the Kingdom. Well, whatever. Let him get paid. I don't really care. And then I had I I had him in my honorable mention tag team wrestler of the year, but I'm just gonna go Alpha Academy because
That's my pick too.
they just continue to be fucking great. So, um, most improved of the year, I'm gonna start with AEW, and I'm going to say Red Velvet because last time I saw Red Velvet, or last time I remember seeing Red Velvet, um, Jade was beating the shit out of her. And when she came back, she had that really nice match that I really enjoyed with Sky Blue. And I was just like, oh shit, she like really fucking nice. So that is my it's my one of my most improved wrestlers of the year.
I can't give it to her only because she hasn't wrestled. She's only wrestled like 4 times this year, so I can't really
Yeah.
give it to Red Velvet. I gave it to Julia Hart. I think it's kind of the general consensus. I can't say that consensus that
Yes.
she's probably the most improved women's worker in AEW. I think um it was like 2 years ago when freaking Malachi Black sprayed her in the face. Pause. And so like
I don't think
it
that's a
finally
pause, but
that
okay.
might be a pause. That's kind of pausey. That's not pausey. All right. Anyway, so
It's a man and a woman with a pausey there.
I mean, you can still pause it. You can pause anything sexual, but
Okay.
yeah, I just think like the last 6 months, there've been a lot of character development. They finally kind of let her do her own thing. They gave her an actual storyline with Willow and Sky, even though I don't really know what's going on with that anymore. But I mean, I think she has a really strong moonsault. I think her moveset, she's figuring it out. And I'm happy for her. She's really young, so she got years and years to get shit going. I do think maybe they gave her the belt a little prematurely, but also they kind of had to, bro. She's been winning like not at some point. How long can your winning streak be before you get a title match? You know what I mean? Like you gotta get
Also,
something.
nigga, I ain't never seen Statlander on fucking my TV, bro.
What happened?
I ain't never seen Statlander on my fucking TV, bro.
She
She
collision.
she won
She
that.
rampage collision.
She won that shit. Was on my TV for 2 weeks. The nigga said, "Hey man, why you putting her on Dynamite so much, and then you was never putting Jade on there?" Tony Khan said, "Oh, we not having that." And booted her ass off Dynamite, bro.
Crazy. Chris probably had like top three most matches as far as the women go too. She wrestles a lot. It's just never on
Yeah,
Dynamite. She's on TV a lot.
that's good
You know
for her.
what? You know what else gets too much damn TV time? I'm not gonna be able to talk about it. Matt Menard and Angela,
Lord and Cool
get
Hand
these
Luke or
niggas
whatever.
off my fucking TV. Every Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Some reason these guys are always on the show, no matter what. I don't understand it. Once again I ask, who is this for?
I have no
Who's
idea.
asking for Matt Menard and Angelo Parker on their TV? I don't
Surely
even
not
die
the
AEW fans even care that much.
surely not their Canadian fans because they not turning up to these fucking shows. I know that for sure.
I will say
Um,
they got a huge pop on Collision though. I'll give them that. Come on. They got a huge pop.
yeah, them cheers was echoing through the building.
Yeah, shit. I'm just saying. It was a big pop.
um, NXT, Chuck Williams.
Most improved. That's fair. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that pick at all. I think. I mean, he leaps and
Dude,
bounds from where he was a year ago.
yeah, need I say more?
I kind of cheated as far as NXT goes because he's not fully NXT, but he was NXT enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic Mysterio. I just think where Dominic Mysterio was a year ago to where Dominic Mysterio is now, I don't think anybody's progressed as much. I just think the
Yeah,
guy's damn near a main eventer at this point, a main event adjacent. He had one of the
he's up there.
most memorable matches on WrestleMania weekend, and a weekend that had a lot of great matches and moments. Um, man, character development in the ring, he's improved. He's a lot more comfortable in the ring. I think all those house show matches with Cody and shit probably really helped. I think working with Finn and Damien, who are vets who know how to work, and yeah, man, and plus he just in war games. Like, bro, Dominic is having and he had the most matches in WWE this year.
Yeah,
I well,
hell of a year.
second most behind Damian. So it's
Um,
like, man, been a hell of a year.
I guess
And he just
I
got
guess
paid.
yeah, I guess I would put him in my honorable mention because I didn't have one. But do you have an honorable mention?
I didn't write one down, but I guess I'll throw a trick in there.
Okay. Um, least improved, and I don't know. It kind of hurts me to say this.
Mine don't hurt. Mine I've been saying it all year.
Uh, Kiana James.
Mm.
I felt like she had a really strong start to the year, with being tag team champions. The stuff with the Rednecks was like all really good, and then it kind of just like it honestly fell apart once she started feuding with Gigi Dolan, and I generally think she was better than that.
Well, that goes into mine because my least improved is Gigi Dolan.
You
I think
see,
she's terrible.
I never thought
I
Gigi was
think
good.
I
So
think she's terrible. I feel like she's gotten worse. I feel like she's progressed. I really do.
okay,
I remember thinking she was decent in Toxic Attraction, and now just like, bro, she can't do anything good.
honestly, when her and JC had that blow off, it's still to the day to me it's not clear which one was better. But now it is very clear now that they're like very far away from each other that JC Jane is gonna go very very fucking far.
At least JC's interesting. I feel like Gigi not even
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Like I get like her backstory is very real. That's but
I don't care.
um yeah,
Whatever.
shit don't work on TV, brother.
Yeah. When you
Also
stink.
you told all that shit and still lost. No payoff.
Yeah. I'm good on her.
Yeah, no. And plus I haven't seen her in a minute, so like I kind of forgot she existed till you said something. Um my AEW least improved. Um uh so I had two placeholders here to see what was gonna happen. I had Warlow and Jungle Boy. Um but Jungle Boy's gone, so I think I might just go Wardlow again.
Yeah. Warlow, that one's tough. And I kind of want to say it's booking's fault, but also I don't think Wardlow's very interesting as well, and just in general. So like
Yeah.
it's kind of a mix of both as far as Wardlow
Like
goes.
we're it's kind of crazy that, you know, because I said that like Gigi Dolan, like I didn't think it could get well, like, she's just kind of just been off my mind. So I don't know. But like Wardlow being the least improved 2 years in a row, like this nigga might have some accolades now, but he is insanely worse off not being MJF's slave.
Well, I think the payoff for Wardlow is coming at World's End. Hopefully, I think we'll see what's going on with that. I think he'll be biding his time.
I'm not holding out hope. Um and then he comes back, and then AEW does everything ass backwards where he's having the squash matches, and then they started giving him vignettes, and then now he starts having like the really like he's
No,
starting to have actual matches.
he's still doing squashes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I did
It's
the
still
AR Fox
squashes.
match go long?
I mean, it went longer than the other one, but it was still a squash.
Okay.
And then Willie Mack was also a squash on Saturday. So
they had him squashing
also
him,
get
bro.
get Willie Mack off my TV screen too, bro. What's he?
Is he doing shitty?
I mean, he didn't look great. He didn't look great.
Well, it's a squash match against Warlow. Of course he didn't look great.
And then the promo he cut on
No.
I don't know if it's on Rampage or whatever, that wasn't very good either.
Okay. My guy regressed since Lucha Underground.
That was 10
Damn.
years ago.
I hate to hear it. And then my honorable mention and least improved is Tony Storm.
Oh,
I thought
I
she
didn't say my AW yet, but go ahead, Tony
oh
Storm.
so yeah, Tony Storm.
Didn't you
I
pick
don't
her for Woman of the Year?
yeah, still. You know what it is? That shit was by default. Um yeah, no, I thought she was like a really good in-ring worker. Like I always felt like she was that. Like that's the like at least that she could hold on to. Um but since like the social outcast stuff, the Wembley stuff, the shit that she's doing now, I know a lot of people like it. I don't, and I don't really think the in ring work is like. I don't think the in ring work is like interesting anymore.
She's doing a lot more character work in her matches, and it's suffering. The in ring is
Honestly,
suffering.
I'd probably honestly put like fuck an honorable mention. I'd most if she didn't like honestly if she didn't win the title, she'd probably be in the Wardlow spot, like definitive.
Okay. My least improved for AEW. This one actually did hurt me because I don't think it's his fault. It's Hook,
Yeah, it's
and
booking's fault.
the problem with Hook is just like I can't help but compare him to Dom. And I look at Dom and where Dom was a year ago to where Dom is now, and look at where Hook was a year ago and where Hook is now. Hook's in the same fucking spot he was a year ago. He's
Yep.
still hanging around Danhausen and fucking Orange Cassidy. He has the FTW championship. He's still not having any real. He had maybe like two real matches that I would even consider like actually competitive bouts. And one was against Rocky Romero a couple weeks ago. But like he hasn't really done anything. He had the match with Action Bronson as a tag partner. That's pretty much been it. I can't
I
think
don't
of much
remember.
of Hook's done. He had the Jungle Boy match, which no one cared about because of what happened after.
Yeah.
Like
Um yeah, no, I
been a
can't say
a
that
weak
I
year for a guy who should be like doing some
improved.
shit. He's cool. Like
Yeah.
he looked. He had the cool look. He had the cool move set. He had cool entrance music. He
Yeah.
got ugly tattoos. You know what I mean? You got all
Yeah.
this shit going on, and then just like they don't. He wrestles once a month. Maybe I don't know how many matches he's had this year. It hasn't been a lot
He
for
don't have
somebody.
enough.
He should be working enough. He's worked a
Yeah.
lot more than I thought. He's worked 18 times this year, which is probably like average for most AEW workers. It seems like
That's
18 to 20
dog, Quan.
was. I mean,
There's 52 weeks in a year, bro.
I understand that, and they got three shows, but what can you do?
That's crazy.
Actually, I'll tell you the average match. I'll
That's
tell you right now.
dog for real. That's crazy fucking low for
The average match for
somebody.
AEW wrestler is like 12. But there's a lot of guys who have one match this year. You know what I mean? So if there's a
That's
median,
crazy, yo.
I don't know how to find the median on Excel, but I'm sure there's a way. But
That's fine. Um, PLE or TV special of the year. Um, Now that you mention it, you did say if it was on like TV or not. Was this
what show do you got?
I have No Mercy. Mercy was No Mercy a TV
That
special?
was the pay per view. That was the pay per view.
Okay. That is my NXT show of the year.
I believe I went. What did I pick? It was really close between No Mercy and Battleground. I went Battleground. I
Okay.
thought Battleground had two really really good matches on it. What the hell were they? I didn't write them down. Hold on. Battleground.
You know what's crazy? That like Stand and Deliver is never that good of a show.
No, it hasn't been. Battleground. I had a 5 on. I gave Dijak and Dragunov a 5, and then I also gave the North American match. Surprisingly, Tyler Bate, Joe Gacy, and Wesley had a really good triple threat match for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Noam Dar versus Dragon Lee and the Heritage Cup match was pretty good, even though Dragon Lee damn near killed himself. Lyra Tiffany was on that show. It's kind of
Yeah.
Tiffany's Lyra's coming out party. Braun versus Carmelo, it was just okay. And then
Oh
Creeds
yeah.
versus Dallas, which is okay too. But it had two really, really good matches, I thought.
Yeah. I like those were my definitely two picks as well because obviously Tiffany Stratton and Lyra Valkyrie is one of my favorite matches. But the Gallus and the Heritage Cup match, um, yeah, kind of like bumps it off a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm
I get it.
fucking sorry. Um, Let me see what else was on this show. Hold on. Oh, and then we got Becky Lynch Tiffany. Oh, I like that match. I know you weren't too much of a big fan, but I like that match.
No, I like that
Carmen,
match. I didn't
okay,
like the fucking doll
the Barbie
spot.
spot. Okay. Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, um, the family, the triple tag match that I was talking about earlier that kind of won the family tag team of the year spot. I really like that. And then Trick Williams versus Dominic Mysterio was I don't remember that
Not
being too
good.
good.
Not good. It was not good.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
I remember fucking like it felt like Dragon Lee was the third competitor, but he couldn't fight back the way that Dominic was beating his
Bro,
ass.
Dragon Lee got super kicked. It was dead for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're a wrestler. Get up. It's a super kick.
um
That might be the most egregious ref bump if it wasn't for Edge versus Christian the other day. That was the most
yeah.
egregious ref bump. A low blow, and you was on the floor for 10 minutes off a low blow. Not like on the floor in pain, like not on the floor knocked out. Like a low blow
Yeah.
knocked you out. That pissed me
Um
off, man.
and then for AEW, I am gonna go Revolution. That is probably
I
the
would, I
is
would Revolution as well.
is for sure their best pay-per-view this year. Which is
Absolutely.
kind of
That's not that crazy because I
yeah, it's not
that's
that
like their
crazy,
big
no.
one. It's
Yeah,
one of their big ones.
I'm looking at it right now. What is it?
The ladder match I gave a 4. I thought it was really strong.
The ladder match,
Also,
the ladder
yeah.
match, the ladder. There's a ladder
Oh,
match on
I'm
Revolution.
sorry.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
looking at the
true.
wrong thing. My fault. I was on the Dynamite before. What am I
Yeah.
looking at? My fault. So yeah, they had the Texas Death match between Moxley Hangman was really good.
Yeah.
I thought Brian Danielson MJF Iron Man match was really good. House of Black versus the Elite was also I think that was match 7 of the of the of the uh of the
Yeah,
best of
probably.
7 series.
You
That
know,
was really
Wikipedia don't
good.
got it in order, so
Yeah, that was really good. Jericho Starks was cool. Christian versus Jungle Boy in the final burial, solely off of Christian Cage is falling into the the pit of
yeah. Oh
abyss.
yeah, that shit was so fucking funny. That's
That
probably why I got
was
it on
so
here.
funny. um, yeah, the Fatal 4-Way tag match was cool. Honestly there was no bad match. I enjoyed Revolution. There was no bad match on that show in my eyes. I thought everything
Yeah,
was good.
so and then for my honorable mention, Mania Night One.
I was gonna go
Out
Mania weekend. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't. Go
out
ahead.
outside of John Cena Theory and the women tag team turmoil, I thought it was a good show all the way through.
I like that one a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I went a little different. I went Backlash. I had the most fun watching Backlash. The SmackDown
I'd
before
agree.
Backlash and Backlash. Like I'm combining both of those shows together. That crowd was just so electric and just like so like insane. They were reacting to everything. Both Bad Bunny pops that weekend. The first one was huge, but that second one probably I will argue and say probably top 3 wrestling entrance I've ever seen in my life. Um, that was it was like a fucking concert. It was not I've never seen anything like that before. Like I've seen like we've seen like crowds sing people's songs. Like, we've seen people the whole arena sing Judas or
yeah.
whatever. But like I don't know why with Chambay it was different. Like that was like yo, this is like a concert. What the hell's going on? I think
Yeah.
the drone shot, which is cool. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was really
the drone shot was hard.
yeah, everything was just fine. Why I don't why they stop doing that? Maybe that's like a Puerto Rico. Maybe that's like the building thing because I don't remember them doing it any other time. Maybe like somebody who works in the
Uh
building did that.
I don't I
They never
don't
did that again.
know. I don't know what's the deal with drones in the stadium, but
Maybe it's a
I don't recall there being drones for Mania either. So who knows? Maybe it's just a
yeah,
safety
maybe
concern.
yeah, maybe Puerto Rico is just a little bit more lax and they can do it. Yeah, they don't care about shit over there. But
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say just a great show. It's so much fun and
Okay.
great matches.
Yeah. Hottest news story of the year. For NXT, I got the Super Tuesday reveals. Um, we don't really get a lot of NXT stories, but like just the every announcement for that Super Tuesday where they're really overloading that show was like really something.
That shit was nuts. They announced like
That shit
10
had the
things like
TL on
10 minutes.
tilt, bro.
That shit, bro. When they went from Cody gonna be no, they said Oscar first, then they said Cody, and then they said Cena. Or
Then they
I was
had
bro,
Paul Heyman.
and then Paul Heyman at
Um,
the end of the show.
and then next week they have the fucking episode. I mean, they have the commercial and they added the gong to the end,
I
and
said, these
that
niggas
shit had niggas
bugging.
on tilt,
I
bruh.
said, what is going on?
Yeah.
That was nuts.
For AEW, CM Punk being fired. I feel like
Yeah,
that was a
for
very
my
large turning
AEW fan.
point.
I just named it the Summer of Punk. Him coming back and then getting fired again. I'm saying Summer of Punk 4, whatever number we're on at this point. Um,
Summer is
yeah,
not that nigga season, bro.
the first one was, but yeah, everything else doesn't seem like it. But yeah, just I think, I mean, man, what a fucking story. Like,
Yeah,
he comes back to all this fanfare, and then there's just a bunch of bullshit backstage. It overboils
yeah,
at All Out last year. He gets into a fight. He gets injured too, so he's gone. Comes back, gets his own TV show. Still got bullshit going on in the back, and nothing's been resolved. The best they tried to resolve it by just putting them on separate shows, and it didn't
yeah,
matter because their friends were still on the show. It was just a stupid mess. It ends up he beats up Jungle Boy backstage. He also may or may not have beaten up Nick Nemeth backstage. I think somebody else did. He gets. I think it was wild.
mm-hmm.
And Tony Khan feared for his life, and he had to go. And he had to go out in front of the crowd and tell them in Chicago, which is nuts. Can you imagine? I would low key. I would have been more scared of that. If I was Tony Khan, they might have rushed the stage, low key. Fucking out. You can't fuck with Punk in
um,
Chicago like that. But
yeah,
yeah, man, just what a fucking mess.
mm-hmm. And then honorable mention the TKO group, Endeavor and WWE forming to start their company together.
Yeah, I think we'll see more of what that entails in 2024.
Yeah, but it's a big deal now. More stuff about Vince, and if he could have his hands on anything that goes on, and it seems just like, nah, not really.
He need to keep his hands to himself if we got him in trouble in the first place.
You feel me?
You feel me? NXT, before we go on, my NXT pick, which is the CW deal, which I guess we won't really
Oh
know much
yeah,
about that until 2024. So
yeah. Sorry, I filled
that
this.
was
I
it.
filled these out early.
Yeah,
But yeah, still Super Tuesday reveals.
yeah.
Will still be mine.
And I think the CW, deal is just a testament of how successful this new version of NXT is working. The fact that
Yeah.
there were buyers willing to, hey, we're starting some new shit on CW, and we would love to have your show on there, and we'll pay big money for it.
Yeah.
That just shows, how
Um.
much faith they got into this new product. This,
Despite despite all the NXT hate, we shall rise. You feel me?
you feel me?
Um. So it's all good. All right, let's kind of burst through this so we can get through the worst of everything that happened this
Worse.
year. These are our dishonorable mentions and such. Um, Worst match of the year: NXT Baron Corbin versus Gable Steveson.
That was bad. That was real
Real
bad.
shitty.
Real shitty. I should have put that there. I had a hard time with NXT because the thing with NXT for me, they're bad
You forget the
matches.
bad ones.
Nah, it's just like they have a lot of squashes, but they also just maybe my memory is bad. I couldn't think of a lot of bad. Well, man, that was fucking terrible. I'm sure there were. I'm guaranteed there were. I just couldn't think of any. I would the first one that popped in my mind, I guess, was Mr. Stone versus Braun Breaker. But I don't even think that was that bad. I don't know. It was just pointless.
I don't know.
I think NXT has a lot of pointless matches, not bad matches. They're just what the fuck
Yeah.
was the point of that?
I feel the same about AEW. But I felt like my expectations were so low for it that it was just like when it was mid or whatever, I was just like, of course it was. That's why I didn't really bother.
Yeah.
I expected something from Gable Steveson because I think fucking his brother Damian Kemp is pretty good and decent in the ring.
He's fine enough. I'm sure he's got a lot more training.
And then I think and I thought Baron Corbin. I think Baron Corbin's pretty good.
Enough of a
So
vet to carry the dude to something. But yeah, there
yeah,
was a whole
and
lot of
think couldn't carry him to shit. So yeah,
when he worked.
worst match of the year, AEW. It goes to MJF versus the Righteous.
But definitely a goofy match.
Um, Nigga, who the fuck are the Righteous to be getting a pay per view title match shot?
That was nasty.
Match is pointless, stupid, and bad.
Look, we've already discussed it. I said two matches this year, some of the worst wrestling I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match from whatever show that was. That was I don't know if WrestleCrap, the website, still exists. If it does, that would have made WrestleCrap
Yeah.
front page. That was so bad. I compare the Texas Chainsaw guy coming out equivalent to when RoboCop came out in WCW or the Yeti came out. Is at that level of bad. And I
Okay,
feel like
wait. The RoboCop shit was real fucking funny. I remember watching it for Spawn Gauntlet. That shit was comedy, yo.
that's so ridiculous. Or the Yeti is it's like up there, and I feel like it's not getting talked about how much how bad that fucking match was. Actually,
Yeah,
surprisingly, people liked it. I'm like, how did y'all? First of all,
because AEW.
half the match you couldn't even see because it was in a dark ass hallway, and it was during a commercial picture in picture, so you couldn't even see it. I don't know, just nothing. None of that was good. Literally, none of it. I can't think of a positive thing I could think about that fucking match. It was bad. All of it was bad. Don't ever ill. And then my dishonorable mention was the Halloween street fight between Natalia and Chelsea Green on Raw on Halloween. Fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely the worst shit I've ever seen.
I agree.
And I like Holiday Street Fight. That was the worst Holiday Street Fight WWE ever done.
Yeah. Honorable mention: Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler in the MMA match.
They beat the shit out of each other, and that shit was so bad.
If you want to see people take the oxygen out of an arena,
Bro,
watch that
killed
match.
it.
That
Not
crowd,
arena, a stadium, a full on stadium.
yeah.
People just like, nah, this is bad.
If you ever wanted to get up and get popcorn during the women's match, this is the one where you're allowed to do so. Um, just fucking awful.
That was really bad.
Um,
SummerSlam
worst
was a
wrestler,
weird show.
worst wrestler of the year. Uh,
I cheated on this one.
I'm gonna go Eddie Thorpe. I think he's really fucking bad.
Eddie Thorpe is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I went Gallus because I hate Gallus. Fuck those guys.
You
Bro.
know what? I don't like Gallus either.
I hate Gallus. Get these guys off my TV.
Yeah. For AEW, um, these were the placeholders. I had Wheeler Yuta and Saraya, and honestly, I don't even think Wheeler Yuta should be there next to her. So I'm just gonna go Saraya or Saraya, whatever.
Soraya. I think she's real bad. I almost went Wheeler Yuta, but my hatred for these two is even worse. I had to go Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. I hate these niggas.
Jesus Christ.
I hate every time that I see them on my TV, I just roll my eyes. I don't like these guys. They don't do anything good.
Yep.
Sometime Angelo Parker gives an impassioned promo, but besides that, not worth enough to be on my TV screen. They don't wrestle that great.
With his fucking loud chewing.
Yeah, whatever.
The fuck and then my honorable mention would be Ruby Soho. I honestly should have just put the Outcast, but I didn't feel like that was enough. You know,
the Outcast,
yeah. Stink. Who do you got?
I didn't put anybody. But a lot of you I didn't really put a lot, so I didn't really have much else. Just those
okay,
two.
that's fine.
I'll put Sarai in there.
Worst feud of the year. AEW. I'm gonna go with Omega and Jericho, the Golden Jets versus the Don Callis family.
Ugh. Don Callis family. They have completely Takeshita. They got to free my man's, yo. This is terrible. Yeah. They kill any buzz this guy has is gone.
I said it on Twitter. Another Jericho project killing two young upstarts.
Bro. Oh my god, it's bad.
That shit fucking sucks, yo. Takeshita was on top of the world, like really on top of the world, like really the talk of the town and all that shit. And then that talk immediately stopped.
They took away everything that was cool about him. He had nothing now.
Yeah.
He just with Don Callis. He doesn't talk. He didn't do anything. He didn't have music.
you don't like the ambient
fucking groan of interest music. No, it's fucking terrible. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Anything Don Callis family and Jericho combined, nasty work. I went.
Oh, God. No, go.
I was gonna say mine was Swerve and Keith Lee only because it didn't happen.
Yep.
After all that build up, it just never happened.
Yeah. A few with no finale. Sorry. It's bad.
No finale. No nothing. No. It was just the beginning.
They
no
don't.
Middle,
they
no
don't
end.
And what I was talking about earlier, where these niggas do not understand storytelling, and that's why they probably need somebody that is not a wrestler to just write a story or tell them how a story is being done. This is a prime example of these two niggas fighting for mad fucking long, not having any singles matches, Swerve and his fucking mogul affiliates terrorizing this man with no payoff.
Nothing. Keith Lee fighting Shane Taylor. Ring of Honor.
Like to Stephen A. Smith. How do you do that?
I've never seen a feud start and just not happen. Not because of like
Injury or
injury.
No more.
I've seen feuds start, but usually there's some kind of like reason for it.
Yeah.
If there's a reason for why Keith Lee and Swerve haven't had a match yet, we haven't heard about it. They just haven't done it. And I just don't understand what was the point of building all that up for nothing.
Yeah, and then so I think the insult to injury is Swerve telling you to wait, as he's like doing more and more shit that doesn't, like, as he does more and more shit that like has him on the card, and then you see nothing of Keith Lee.
Keith Lee's done doing shit.
Yeah. For NXT is Gigi Dolan versus Kiana James. That is a terrible feud.
I didn't have one, but I'll throw that in
Okay.
there.
Okay.
That's fine.
And then for my honorable mention, I'm gonna give them to Schism and Chase U. I thought that shit was very fucking stupid. And what is it? That was like Ava's first singles match or whatever, and I thought that was pretty sticky.
It was bad.
Stand and deliver never is not delivering.
Worst feud of the year. I don't mention. I didn't really write one down. I didn't have any. I'm sure there's some. I just can't think of any at the moment. We can go to the next thing.
So when you don't have anything, it's fine. But when I don't have something,
for honorable mentions,
so I gotta take. You didn't have nothing for NXT, but I gotta take it seriously.
No, yeah, because you gave me Rush for your wrestling, your wrestler of the year. Look, don't insult me.
Worst pay-per-view of the year, NXT Vengeance Day.
Oh, I went Deadline. You said Vengeance Day? What?
Vengeance Day.
Vengeance?
So
card again.
It did have like I think the first two matches that are listed on Wikipedia is really good. We have Wesley versus Dijak, where the family kind of interfered or whatever. And then you got Fallon Henley and Kiana James winning the tag titles.
I had my second best match was the tag team 4-way. But this is Pretty Deadly, Gallus, and New Day. That was fire.
This is where the pay-per-view goes downhill for me. Carmelo Hayes versus Apollo Crews.
Not good.
Very fucking bad.
Not bad. It was just like that was very regular.
No. For a pay-per-view match, not good.
Yeah, very regular.
No, not regular, not good.
Not good. Okay, not good. Okay.
Not good. I felt like with Carmelo Hayes like winning definitively makes the whole feud dumb, makes all that television shit stupid. And it adds
was bad.
And it adds that was also bad. And then it also adds zero drama, zero suspense. Like
sometimes what the fuck? Go 2-2. You can pull off a 2-0 sometimes. Sometimes it works. I've seen it work.
You know what? If you're gonna pull off a 2-0, then I expect like this story to be like we are rivals. Well, like you want to surpass me.
Yeah.
Like you want to be on my level, and it burns you so bad, and then I beat you 2-0 to show that you're not on my level, and then we have a match very later down the line where you get maybe non-title or some shit. You get the win on me.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I'm trying to think. I want to say it was Chris Benoit and MVP had a really good 2 out of 3 falls match where Benoit won 2-0.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was them. It can be done. It just wasn't in this.
It just wasn't done well here.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Absolutely not good. And then you have Roxanne Perez versus Gigi Dolan and JC Jane in a triple threat. I don't recall really liking that match.
Yeah, it was nothing.
And then you have Grayson Waller versus Braun Breaker, which, like, I'm sorry, you might really like the tag team match. I don't really like it because Gallus won, but like, I don't enjoy this. Like, even looking at it on paper, I'm just like, this is real stinky.
Yeah, I'm kind of with this. I felt like Deadline had a lot of just like, man, that could have just been on TV, bro. Like honestly, um,
Yeah.
you had Frazier actually was actually really good. It's a shame that was on the pre-show because that was actually a really
Yeah.
good match.
I mean, well,
Um,
we already talked about deadline, so you'll have to.
I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just
Okay,
saying
okay.
if like I'm not gonna go in depth. I'm just saying I thought like Lexus King, Carmella could have been on TV.
Yes.
Roxanne, Kiana in that cage match didn't do anything for me. Baron Corbin Dragunov probably one of the weaker NXT main event, probably the weakest NXT main event, which I guess I just put more in stock into. I guess that's kind of
Yeah.
why I went with Deadline over Vengeance Day.
Okay.
At least with Vengeance Day, the two main matches that when people wanted to see were really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. Vengeance Day is definitely my worst. AEW. It is Double or Nothing.
Double or nothing. Double or nothing. What a piece of shit pay per view that was. Nigga tried to
Fucking
pretend it wasn't. I'm like that show was ass.
fucking garbage.
Nigga tried to tell me it was the best fatal four way of all time on that show. Yeah, I said y'all got you got me.
Oh, them niggas smoking dicks.
I'm like, bro, you guys are that was the best fatal four way y'all ever seen. That's why I made that tweet when I was some of my boys tried to tell me that was the best fatal four way ever. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
That shit
Absolutely
was
not.
that shit was
I've
big
seen
ass.
Ring of Honor four corner survival matches that were better than that.
Yeah. Oh,
That was
Jesus.
mid card shit.
Wardlow, Christian Cage. Uh, you got the Jade versus the Taya Valkyria.
Which actually that was actually pretty good for a Jade match, to be
Yeah,
honest. That was
for a
actually wasn't
Jade
even bad. That wasn't
for
even bad.
for a Jade match, FTR versus Jay Lethal or Team TNA. That's why I'm gonna stop it there. Adam Cole, Chris Jericho, which fucking stunk.
Stay up so bad. So bad.
I'm not. Yeah, that's enough. I'm tired of
This
looking
is
at
not
this.
it. That Fatal Four Way was bullshit. It was not a good show. Long as
Um,
shit.
and then my honorable mention for bad pay per views is All Out
All Out was weird. You know why All Out weird? Because
because
the
it
first
happened a
half
week after All In.
that and also like the first half of it, none of those matches really mattered and they weren't that good. But I will say the second half of matches, even with the little build it did have, they were good matches. They're just like, bro, this is unnecessary pay per view. But I'll give it a really strong second half. Not so good as the
Okay.
first half.
Confusing booking decisions. Um, booking Gable Steveson and then just not.
You saw that match? I would took him off too. What? I'm not keeping that man on TV.
Um,
You know how hard it is to get booed out the building in NXT?
oh, easy when you got allegations like this nigga, um,
That's true. That is true.
but like just booking him and then not like there's a lot of niggas not working on NXT. Like Joe Gacy. Well, Joe Gacy's working now. I guess people love the chaotic, weird nature of him now.
Do people love
But
that?
the crowd likes it when he stole the ring bell or when he was behind Booker. Like people
Yeah,
react
I thought Booker was about to smack
positively.
him, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Booker knew I was coming because he thought he was about to smack dude.
Yeah, I
But
would say people are reacting positively to Joe Gacy right now, but like niggas like Eddie Thorpe, that nigga's not working, and they still booking him. Um, what is it? Drew
yeah,
Gulak
but
and his
at
shit.
least Eddie Thorpe
They
can like work a match. It may not be a good match, but he'll work a match. It's not interesting. But like Gable Steven can't work a match. He can't do anything.
so what's worse, working a match and it still sucks, or
We're
not
not
knowing how to
knowing what
work
you're
a
doing.
match and it sucks because he's fucking
I,
like new to this.
you should have been out there. Eddie Thorpe, at least he can wrestle. We know he can wrestle. It's not like it's a fact like he didn't know the basics of wrestling. He knows how to wrestle. He's been wrestling for years. But like he's just not very interesting.
Okay.
Gable Steven shouldn't be on TV. He's
Yeah, he
clearly not
should.
ready to wrestle.
Yeah. AEW is I had it as Soraya winning the title in the at All In because what is
Yeah, that
it?
was didn't make sense. I mean, I understand why they
Whatever.
did it, but
Yeah, she's British, so yay. But I would say I would change that now to Hikaru Shida being transitional 2 years in a row or two times in 1 year.
yeah, nasty.
So
That's real
that's
nasty, bro. I would just tell Chris this last week on the show, like And not like she's been like she lost the belt. She got cheated out of the belt, by the way, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like she lost the belt and we haven't seen her since. She's been on TV after that.
Yeah, just
You know
not
what I
wanting
mean?
to fight for the title anymore.
No mention of her having a rematch against Tony Storm after she got cheated out of the belt. Nothing.
They just let it happen.
Let it happen. She not fighting for justice. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. If I was a car,
Um,
she did.
on
I know. Oh, go ahead.
honorable mention, and it still plagues me to this day, is putting Roxanne Perez in the ladder match at Stand and Deliver.
Oh, I forgot that was this year. Yeah, what the fuck was the point of that?
Why?
Yeah.
And then her, what is it? Indy winning and her looking excited about it was very fucking stupid.
The whole thing was weird. That whole storyline, the after school special of it all was weird.
So weird.
I saw what they were trying to do. That you know what? I'm putting that in my cringeworthy moment for NXT. What the fuck was that?
The Roxanne after school special.
Yeah, what the? I forgot that was this year. Oh, yeah, it was so bad.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
no,
having
not
a
great.
heart to heart with Shawn Michaels on it. Like, get the shit out of here. Look, anxiety is important and stuff. What are we doing? Fuck out of here with that.
Honorable mention of the honorable moments of the year.
Hold on, before you, I didn't say my
Oh, I'm so
most
sorry.
confusing booking of NXT. Trick Williams losing the North American Championship after winning it in a week. What the fuck was the point?
Cheap pop.
That was so. What was the point? It didn't go into effect of any storyline. He just won it and just lost it.
They said, please don't yell at us.
For what? What was the point? I don't know.
Please,
I just thought that was really weird.
please don't yell at us. I'm hoping Trick Williams could right that wrong, but oh wait, no, he can't because Dominic doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Just that was so strange.
Yeah, very strange. Um, most memorable moment of the year. There's a lot of stuff that happened this year.
For NXT, I said
Oh yeah, go ahead.
beating Dynamite head on was the most memorable moment for me this year. Just everything about it, from the build up to it, the Twitter talk,
The build up, the shows to the break, to the
breakdown,
aftermath.
all of it, just glorious. Everything just put a smile on my face. That I'm not big ratings guy, not head to head at least. I like seeing like trends of where ratings are going. But
Yeah.
boy, let me tell you, 430, I was locked in on Discord. I was like, put the ratings up. What happened? What happened? I saw the score. I said, yep.
And them boys got dicked, boy.
You know what the thing is though? I probably wouldn't even reacted like that if Tony Khan didn't shut the fuck up. But the fact that he was talking so much shit and then lost made that shit. Oh, I was so happy to see that. I was like, thank God. That's what I'm talking about. I love seeing that. Just because
shut the fuck up, nerd.
Like who the fuck? This is my thing. I think Justin said it in Discord. I agree with him. He was just like, who is Tony Khan to talk to Shawn Michaels like that? Or like Triple A? Like, who are you to think you could just like to Shawn Michaels? Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Who do you think you are to talk to Shawn Michaels and Triple H like that?
I always like Bret Hart better.
You think it's put in decades worth of time and energy and blood, sweat, and tears in this fucking in the wrestling. You got the nerve to talk to them like that. Like, bro, who are you? You just got here. Like, that's crazy, especially for a nigga who ain't done nothing yet as far as a promoter. I'm sure. Look, I don't know about
Wembley.
Yeah, that's all. That's the only thing you got to your name. Like, relax, bro. That's what you get. See, talking shit.
Yeah, crack that nigga head open.
You crying
my NXT moment is Braun Breaker cracking Von Wagner's skull.
Boy, what an ending.
That was a really good fucking ending to the episode. I am mad at everybody that did the alternative angles showing that he didn't really do it. Nigga, I know he didn't really do it. That would have been a crime. Stupid.
That's what fucking fun.
What the fuck you exposing the magic for?
Niggas don't have that fun no more. Everything you got to know everything all the time. Man, just enjoy the damn. That's what I like about NXT.
Clearly, they blacked it out for a fucking reason because there was no way to really fake bashing a nigga's head in with the fucking steel steps. Jesus. My AEW moment, most memorable moment, is Punk getting fired.
Fun times.
Fucking hilarious.
Well, mine's is somewhere. It's just CM Punk beating up Jungle Boy. In particular, that moment.
Yeah.
The actual beat down. The fact that He beat up Jungle Boy, then went out, had a fucking banger match with Samoa Joe, and then got fired after.
I feel like his like CM Punk's whole journey through the UK that day was
That's
amazing.
fucking hilarious. First of all, they didn't pick him up. They had that man. Man had to take the damn subway to the show.
Had that nigga taking the tube to the show, bruh.
He said, "Hey, you like we forgot your driver, so tough shit. Be here for the opening match." And he
Fucking
made it
crazy,
in.
yeah.
He saw Jungle Boy had his match. Told old punker, "Hey, it's real glass, pussy. Cry about it." He said, "Bet,
Real grass, cry be a river. And nigga said, all right, bitch.
Watch when I see you. See how you act." And then he put that boy in a front face hold, knocked some monitors over, allegedly lunged at Tony Khan, and that was it. He had to go. That must have been a long flight back, boy. Neither was on the same plane.
I know that nigga was happy, boy. That nigga was relieved.
Ear to ear. He ain't
Most
stopped smiling since that moment.
honorable mention is recency, but I think it pairs well with my AEW moment is CM Punk returning to the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought that was gonna happen? Like
that is a moment that is gonna be in history books. That's gonna be in documentaries and all that jazz.
Do you know how bad you gotta fuck up to have CM Punk want to go back to WWE?
Yes, go like
do you know how bad you gotta fuck that up?
He legitimately he hated the WWE as much as AEW, like as much as AEW fans with real reason. And y'all had him pissed off to the point that nigga went back to kissing babies and smiling, doing goofy ass segments. Like
he said, maybe not so bad over there.
Yeah, it was just like,
you know how crazy that is to get CM Punk to say maybe not so bad over at WWE. Like,
yeah, after all the like quote unquote bad shit that they did to him.
Yeah, they fired that man on his wedding. And he's like, you know what? Can't be as bad as AEW.
All right. To be fair about the wedding thing, Vince McMahon came out was just like, oh, we didn't mean to do it. We didn't mean to do it like that. It was supposed to come sooner.
We didn't do it like that. I don't know if I believe that.
It takes time for shit to travel in the mail.
Yeah,
they should have just called the nigga and be like, "Get out of here."
I think they definitely fired him on his wedding day. I'm so the niggas is petty like that. I believe it 100%. He can say it now, but I mean Vince apologized regardless. But I think they did it on purpose. They did not like that nigga.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was a mutual hatred on both sides. It feels like.
Yeah. Most overrated for NXT, it is the same. NXT receives a lot of backlash. It isn't like, it still gets trash talked a lot. So I don't see anybody really ranting and raving about any NXT wrestler that doesn't deserve it.
I do.
Who do you see?
Cora Jade.
Oh, people rate Cora Jade, bro?
People like Cora Jade. I'm like, what do y'all like?
She hasn't been. I guess they like that she's an AJ Lee fan. That's about it.
I don't even like AJ Lee, to be honest. Thought she was overrated too. If we gonna keep it a stack.
Hey,
I always thought she was overrated. I know the girl. I know the young girls like the girls like her. They all grew up on her. I don't see the vision. I didn't see the vision.
To start shooting, bro. Hold on, let me get under my desk, man.
I said that years ago. I thought AJ Lee was overrated. I thought that pipe bomb she did was overrated.
Oh yeah, the pipe bomb that she did is very overrated. I don't know about her in-ring work at all, but it is what it is.
And as far as AEW, this is the thing though. Before I'm gonna give this a preface to saying, I'm gonna say the man's most overrated, but I do end up liking. He actually, as far as like when I'm looking at the spreadsheet, it's actually been pretty positive. He's actually had a pretty good spreadsheet number of matches. It's Eddie Kingston, and not he's such a strange. Eddie Kingston matches for me either I like this is terrible or this is really really good. There's no like in between with him.
Niggas think that he is second coming. A fucking
that's why he's overrated to me because they could be talking about like, this guy like the greatest thing ever. I'm like, bro, he's fine. Like he's good. He's fine to good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go Swerve Strickland. Solely because niggas was calling him a megastar not too long ago, and then the ratings comes out and he's driving viewers away, so that's fire.
Yeah, I think the swerve gas is a little too much too. I think it's still too early to call anything on that as far as that is swerve, because we've seen this before from AEW where like, oh, this guy's about to be something serious, and then nothing happens. We saw it with
Yes,
Wardlow. We've seen it
I
with
I think since it's happening to a black star, even
which I
though
get. I understand where that comes from.
even though we could have saved all this for the fucking Acclaim, which I don't feel that people really did. Um, but it was just like, okay, it's like Tony Khan's trying to like, they see it as Tony Khan beating the don't care about black wrestlers allegations when we know who is employed in that company. We know who's close to Swerve.
I don't even think it. I mean that too, but also I just think like it's similar to like WWE back in the day where like there was only so many black guys, you had to kind of cling on to it and kind of
Yeah.
drive it, even though.
But we're not in that era anymore.
But I'm just saying, over there it is that era where
Yeah,
there's only
exactly. And that's
so
bad.
that's bad. But also, I understand why people are kind of rank Swerve so highly. He's more hip hopish than you know, quote unquote hip hopish more so than like more. He's more like niggas online. I don't know. To be, I I think Swerve. Well, in real life, I think he's lame. But like as far as TV character Swerve, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fine. Like it's not like I don't think. I think we're putting too much on him too early. Like yo, let's calm down. Let's see what happens first before we start calling
Is
him
is is he is
this
he
and that.
lead is he leading in the Gold League shit?
I believe him and Moxley are tied, so their match on I don't know when it's going to be. I'm assuming Wednesday is going to be the big match, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
Okay.
Swerve 3, yeah, Swerve 3-0 and Moxley 3-0. So the match on Wednesday is going to be like the big
The
match of this
tiebreaker.
tournament. Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be the big match of the tournament, I think, so far.
okay. All right. Um I know he was your guilty pleasure, but my honorable mention is Christian Cage. Um
I'm fucking
and
with
I
it.
and I'm not really talking about in terms of his matches because I feel like he's strictly collision. But people are acting like he's putting on like great mic work and these segments that he's having with like Nick Wayne and like Sting, Darby and shit. I think they're like pretty fucking awful, especially the last one I saw on Dynamite.
I don't know. The one he had with Ed was fucking great. I love that one. The one we started
The
talking
one
about his
who?
mom. When one he had with Adam Copeland, when he was talking about his mom, that shit made me laugh. I ain't
Oh
gonna lie
yeah,
to you.
no.
That one was good.
I like that one, but I think what my same criticism was is that how Copeland's and Cage's like, well, I guess it could be cool to like some of you guys when you hear them break down. How they kind of like swapped like characters where now Christian is the very talkative one and then Edge is the one that go tell you go fuck yourself. Um I just like I don't think Adam Copeland is really doing any like good in AEW, but as soon as he does like this, like soon as he stole Christian swag, that's when it like flips for everybody, and now everybody's like, oh, he cool with it, like he cool again, you know. Um, but just the stuff like the Nick Wayne, the stuff that he was doing with Nick Wayne, the stuff he's been doing with Darby, all year, the
I like
fatherless
the Darby
stuff.
stuff. I like that stuff.
I didn't like that stuff.
I liked it. I liked it because his whole thing is that he's the patriarch and he's the father figure for a lot of these niggas. But also he's on his Nicki Minaj low key. But like also it's just like Darby failed as a father, just like his father failed him. And I think Christian just pointing that out, like, yo, you
Hey,
failed
Darby failed as a father. He got a jit.
Nick Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
He was he was his
definitely
father
failed Nick
figure,
Wayne.
and he failed Nick Wayne. So the Christian's like, see, I told you, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's why I'm dad, and you him. You
You a
some
little nigga.
dork. Yeah, just like your father and Nick
But
Wayne's
still,
father.
uh,
Recipe.
still don't like it. But it is what it is, and that is it for my end of the year stuff.
It's over.
It's Jover.
It's over, baby. I'm telling you right now. Once this link comes out, I'm dropping the link on my Twitter. I'm deleting the comeback spot off my phone. You will not hear from that account until January 1st. I can tell you that right now. I'm not talking wrestling for the rest of the year. And I love wrestling, but man, I'm tired of talking about it. I need this 2 week break more than anything. And we're gonna be back. When are we back?
We're gonna be
We're
back
gonna
at the top of the year.
so yeah, so Patreon will be January 4th.
Yeah.
And for public it'll be January 5th. I want to say thank you for everybody listening this year. This has been a really fun year.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to January 2024 and beyond.
Yeah.
There will be end of the year YouTube content that will be coming out.
Hmm.
I'm assuming fairly soon. I believe everybody finished their parts, so be on the
Yeah.
lookout for that. You got anything else you want to add in there?
Um, yeah. We're wrapping this year off. I think shout outs to all of you guys coming through. Um, even though y'all ain't come through for 200. I remember that. I ain't never gonna forget. But love all you guys, love all the feedback that I get from the show. I welcome more feedback. I would love to hear what you guys think. Please tell me on Twitter, DM me, Discord, all that. I would just love to hear what you guys have to say about making this show better. You guys know what you want to hear more than I know what you want to hear. Next year, I hope we could do a lot of big things, more interviews, you know, just more stuff. Let us know what kind of Patreon content that you like. We could, we have to. I would like to start doing like exclusive Patreon content again. Um, I don't want to. I don't really want to do the thing where we cut the show reviews, um, because there's not a lot of wrestling news that
Yeah,
happens
we don't get a
revolving
lot of
around.
news,
Yeah,
so
we
we
don't get
can't do like
because
a
like
show.
there's no like news exclusively to NXT. So it would
Right,
just be
right.
us discussing AEW news if there is any. Um and then like that's it, that's the show. And I would hate that for you guys. But yeah, any
Plus,
feedback that you would love to hear, just please let me know.
yeah, plus a lot of our listeners kind of follow it through AEW through us, so I don't want to
Yeah,
take that
that
away
as
from them.
well. Um Spot callers will be back. Me and Justin will be doing a spot caller. It's been a while. It's just been a busy week, or busy year for a lot of us. I'm in school again, and honestly,
Congrats! I saw you finished up your semester, right?
yes, I finished up my semester, and oh man, I'm taking a couple classes next year. They're free, and there's a trip to New York, so
Hey,
I'm gonna do that. Um, but yeah, I'm a college student. Like love you guys, but I have to put my life first. And so with this week off that these couple weeks off that I'll be taking and not doing the A show and not going to work, or the war report and not going to work, we'll be doing spot callers. We're gonna try to do more spot caller stuff, try to squeeze it in. Um, but we'll discuss that more in the future. I haven't spoke to Justin about this, but I'll probably talk to him later. I know he's watching the shows right now. Um, I want to bring back legendary runs. We had a lot of great ideas and people in the pipeline that we wanted to do these runs for. So stay tuned for that. Um, and then you could listen to this content and all the other nice little stuff on patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can follow us on Twitter at the A Show RNC. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me, Cyrus, at Cyrus on TWR. And that is it for 2023 for us.
yay.
Stay tuned for our year of the end content where the network just comes together and talks about the top 20 moments that happened this year. Yeah, just really great stuff. See you guys in 2024.